I swiped right the other day on a girl that couldn't feel her legs. I swear to God, I said that right in her bio. You could see the handles for the wheelchair behind her. She was hot, though.
Yeah.
She was still hot, but
what
it said right in there.
Do you make motor sounds when I push you?
No, she never fucking... No. She didn't fucking match me, the bitch.
No?
Hi, my name is Brianna. I am 28 years old and I am a T11, T12 incomplete paraplegic. I have lost most of my function below my level of injury, and today I am going to be answering your most asked questions. Have sex? Yes, we can. Most of us are actually quite flexible, and if there's a will, there's a way.
But it helps that girl was really attractive anyway.
Yeah.
And all her shit matched all the shit. Like, she's into bonfires, country music, all the shit that I'm into.
Dancing.
Yeah, beers. She wasn't much into dancing, but... I would have taken her to parties and like lit her hair on her legs on fire because she wouldn't know she has hair. Well, she would. She could still see. She wasn't blind. She's just paralyzed, dude.
Do not match with Wes. If you listen to this show, he's fucked up.
I'm kind of glad talking like this. I'm kind of glad she didn't. So was she. I don't. Would you rather go back to my place or your place? Say you met a girl at a bar, you were single. Either one of you. Would you rather go to her place or have her come back to your place?
I'd rather come back.
Well, is my wife home? Would you?
Your girl let you, if she wants to lick your ass, would you let her?
Probably.
It's not bad. That's good.
No, it's actually good. Just don't put nothing in it.
It's weird at first. It's weird. It's like you giggle like a little girl. You're like, oh, stop. You know?
But the only thing that scares me sometimes when I do have morning sex, I don't know if I'm coming or pissing. Because you gotta piss like a son of a bitch, and you don't know which one you're gonna be doing. It's like, oh fuck, I hope it's cum right now.
Has it ever not been cum though? Has it ever?
Yeah, I was just saying, how many times has it been the other way?
Get ready.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Headphones on. Headphones on. Microphone in position. Microphone in position. Decks on. What's what you doing with that thing? Decks on. Tapes on. Tapes on. Volume on. Volume on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
Hey, so are you ready to have some fun? Because I am.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, we're back again. We're back again. We're back again. We're back again.
Oh my God.
I know you're gonna dig this.
I had pretty low standards.
I don't understand what's going on here.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
I love a good finger bang. Ew, what the fuck? You're a gross bitch.
Well, he fucking swallows this shit.
Does he really?
Yeah, well, you heard the story about when I tried it.
Oh, yeah.
For like the first time since I was like, I think the first time I ever did it, I was like 15 or 16. And that was the second time I did it.
Mm-hmm. Like that was only the second time in your life?
Yeah.
Really?
Was in the truck. Well, no, I did it once before at work real quick. I put it in and then I was like, yeah. But that was like the first time I tried to keep it in.
Just the tip?
Yep. Yep.
We got Dave with us today, childhood friend, not a childhood friend, but a high school friend.
Yeah, high school. I didn't like you till after high school.
Yeah, he didn't like. Just kind of like Matt didn't like. Nobody likes me.
No,
until about 20 minutes in, and all of a sudden,
arrogant, pompous asshole.
Those are big words for such a so much lower than me. I can't believe you.
Well, you fucking asked if I was going to be okay.
How's that for arrogant and pompous?
Yeah, you asked if I was going to be okay today for the show. So,
well, I know you're worried about your car.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't know if that was going to turn into a if we're going to be talking
No,
about
I'm
fucking
not like
Jeep
I don't start fucking
Cherokees all
I don't
the time.
start fucking crying and getting all crazy and depressed and shit.
No.
No.
You get moody.
I do. I get
You get
moody.
fucking attitude problem.
Yep.
That's why we made him a cheese sandwich before the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wanted a cheese sandwich last night, but wife wasn't having it.
No?
No.
Oh, so you didn't even have sex?
No.
Is that code for I couldn't even fuck her?
Yep.
Damn.
No cheese sandwich.
So Dave is with us. A lot of you listeners from my area know Dave. He's since moved to Florida, and he came up last night. You got here last night?
Yeah, yesterday morning.
Just for visiting or for any reason?
Yeah, yes. Nick Burgess had his baby.
Okay.
So,
I think he listens, I think, once in a while.
Yeah, and just a visit.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yeah, so we went to high school together. Then we had, when I first moved out of my house, me and Dave got an apartment together down the road. And then I fucked him on that deal. And, well, I met a girl. I met my ex-wife, actually, is what it was. And we wanted to hang out all the time. I had a bedroom, he had a bedroom, and then there was like you know how a fucking apartment is, and you're not dumb. And, I mean, I am pompous and fucking arrogant, but I know you're not that dumb. So I would be in the one bedroom, and she was always over. It was new, exciting, and everything. She'd come over, hang out, and it just kind of got in the way. So after like 3 months...
I got in the way, is what you're saying.
Well, kind of. I didn't want to say that, but if you're going to say it, I'll let you.
We'll be honest. Yeah.
It wasn't even like a dick thing. It wasn't that he was in the way. It was that it was just, I wanted to be alone with her. We were just doing things. It was exciting. And so like 3 months after getting the apartment with him, we got our own apartment.
Look what happened.
Yeah.
How'd it turn out for you?
Yeah, 9 years later, she's fucking other guys and everything. I should have just stayed with Dave.
Yep.
It's a perfect segue to what this episode's about. Cheating whores. Ding. Oh, God.
Hey, whore.
So today's episode 43. Today is June 17th. This episode comes out on the 20th of June, which is a Monday, as usual. And we want to talk about cheating whores. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I guess we might do... So it's going to be cheating, attention-seeking whores, but we kind of decide we'll probably touch on some of the attention stuff because I think it has a lot to do with cheating and why people cheat.
Absolutely.
But I think we're going to do a whole episode on just attention. I think there's enough to talk about on that. That fucking thing. I think I got to turn that down. I can hear nothing but fan. I just got to turn it down a little bit. Hold on.
Fat and fucking hot.
Dave, tell us what you're doing now. So you're a plumbing?
Yeah. We do commercial plumbing in Florida. So I was working up here in New York doing plumbing, and the company wanted to start a sister company down south. They asked me if I wanted to go down. It was perfect timing because of all the COVID bullshit. And so the wife was like, yeah, let's do it. So sold a house, moved down there. And after 6 months, that place down there is a gold mine, man. There's so much construction going on in Florida, and Florida's just booming.
They opened another location.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the company name or no? Should we say it, not say it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Colette South Plumbing.
Colette. So a lot of our listeners in this area have probably seen the trucks, probably know. Yeah. You probably know about it, right? Colette Plumbing?
Colette Mechanical up here. So it's Colette South Plumbing down there. Yep.
Oh, okay. So just change the name.
Yeah, it's a different company.
Now, did you start that down there? Was it down there before you moved down? Or did you?
No. Me and another guy went down there. He's the main guy. You were kind of told
to go down there? Like, hey, if you guys go down there?
Yeah, he asked me. He was like, yeah, you want to go down? This is what it's going to be, and help me start this company. And I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I come back here and just keep working. So
you always have a job. But things in New York are going so shitty anyway. Why wouldn't you?
Well, New York helped me make a decision. That's for sure.
Yeah, the rules and the taxes and all the shit, I'm sure. Yeah. Would you move if you could?
If I could, yeah.
If our job right now is like, hey, not that it could, but I'm just saying, if they did the same situation, they're like, hey, would you do a thing in Miami?
I don't know about right now, because my son is at that age where I don't know if I could just pull him up and, hey, we're going fucking...
I feel like your son would appreciate the move, actually.
No, I don't know.
You don't think so?
I agree with him because...
We've talked... Yeah. Because right before I started working at the town or whatever, me and my wife we were really discussing about going down south and stuff like that.
Right.
And my son's like, no, you're not moving me again. Wait till I finish. And he's kind of right. So, I mean, he's at that age now where the friends he has are kind of like his friends.
Yeah, well, he's been around him long enough to be established.
Because when we moved up here, he was in 4th grade. So he thought it was like the most terrible thing in the world. But I'm like, dude, buddy, the friends you have in 4th grade really aren't going to be the friends you have in high school. So and he was fine after that, but I couldn't do that now. But
high school was a turning point actually for us. I think that like we didn't even really know each other in elementary. A lot of the people that I'm friends with now did go to my school, but you don't really. You have your elementary friends, and then when you move to middle school, you have friends, and then high school kind of feathers in with that.
See, down in the big city where I'm from, we have multiple middle schools.
The big city of Colony.
So we have 2 middle
Which
schools.
I believe is the biggest town in America.
Second biggest
town in America. By mile or by population?
No,
by
square mileage or something like that.
Okay.
But we had 2 middle schools. So a lot of my friends in high school weren't my friends from the middle school I went to. They were from the other middle school.
So you got a fresh start in high school for
pretty much. Yeah.
Good.
Not us. We had like 13 kids.
Yeah, I think our graduating class was 74 total.
If that, I
think it was 74, and probably 16 of them didn't make it.
My son's got 52.
Really? It's gotten even small. Yeah, everybody's getting the fuck out of New York, and I don't blame them.
Yeah. Or they just stopped breeding out here.
That's why some of these people...
or they all bred too much and they just can't breed no more because they're all fucking related.
Yeah, that's where you get that like 74.6 kids graduating this year.
Yeah.
That 0.6 is like somebody's brother's son or whatever.
That's the one thing I found out real quick when I moved up here. You're either one last name or the other.
Yeah.
You get 2 options.
Yeah, you're all related one way.
Smith or Brown? What do you want?
The school song is "We Are Family."
Oh shit! So yeah, me and Dave got quite a history. We've done a lot of shit. We'll probably talk about a bunch of it. I mean, I know the show is about cheating and whores, but with a guest that comes up from so far away, it's kind of nice to.
I miss my fucking sunglasses right now.
Oh, that's right. People ask about them. They want to know how come Matt. They're gonna.
I'm having a fucking conniption fit right now.
Now there's sunglasses in that second drawer over there. If you want.
Is there? Okay. Yep. I might have to because this is getting fucking weird.
If you want
it looks like your eye fucking me or whatever the hell it's called.
I'm doing more than eye fucking you, buddy.
Yeah.
You're already naked as far as I'm concerned.
Actually, we both just gangbanged you.
See?
Me and Dave just eye ganged you. It was a menage a trois, if you will. So that's Dave. Matt wanted to go over a little bit of the stuff that's coming up. I made a post on Facebook about how there's some big things coming.
Yes.
And I figured I'll let people know that we're in the works of trying to change the way podcasts are listened to. We talked about it a little bit before the show.
Don't go too crazy with the details. We got to keep the listeners fucking wondering a little bit.
Well, you're right. I won't give any locations. I won't give any events that we're doing or anything.
Just a tip.
Just the tip.
And what they do with the rest is up to them.
That's right. If they want it in them, they can put it in them.
Or unless you're already balls deep in.
If you give them the option, it's not rape.
No.
You know what I mean? If you let them if they put it in, it's not rape.
No.
That's why I never touch it. Once my pants are off, I don't touch my dick. You never know. You never know. I just stay far. My hands are far, far away from that thing. Do you guys love pizza?
Who doesn't love pizza?
I mean, there may be one or two, but most people love pizza.
If they don't, they have a little dick.
If you love pizza, beer, and blondes, Two Brothers Pizza in Saugerties and Rhinebeck, New York, is the place for you. I don't know about the blondes part. I'm just assuming that in my head. But the pizza and beer is probably good enough, to be honest with you.
I would settle.
There's sometimes I'd rather just the pizza and beer and not the blonde.
That's true. And being a fat guy, sometimes I prefer just the pizza.
He's a professional at pizza, guys. So
I'm kind of a connoisseur of pizza.
If he's telling you right now to go to Two Brothers Pizza for pizza and deli,
what more could you ask for? A guy my size telling you about good food. You can't go. You have to listen to what I tell you.
Right.
I obviously know my food. But guys, they're a great group of guys. They specialize in pizza subs, salads. They have a full Italian menu with dinners. They do offer catering. They do delivery. They do have truck parking for big trucks as well.
You got the phone numbers?
I do have the phone numbers. The Saugerties location phone number is going to be 845-246-5800. 845-246-5800. The Rhinebeck location is 845-876-3435.
Give them a call if you're almost there, and they'll probably put something together for you so you could swing in with your truck, grab it, and keep on and rolling. Because we all know the schedules of truck drivers. You get about 2.7 minutes worth the time to eat.
Make sure you let them know Mike and Wes from Back and Forth sent you. They're probably going to charge you double, but fuck it.
Yeah, that's if they don't kick you out. Guys, check them out. They got great pizza. A lot of you people already know about them. Give them a call if you have any questions. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer anything for you about the parking or the menu or the catering or anything. And we really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. So I guess the way we were looking at it, you got bands that play at bars. You got comedy shows like stand-up comedy that do bars and stuff like that. I would like to try to make podcasts the same thing, so that a bar will hire a podcast to come do a live event at their thing. I think it would lean more towards like a comedy show in reality. I mean, I don't think, well, you never know. There's a market for everything, but I just feel like a political podcast probably not going to go over well at a bar. Yeah, but the way I look at it, after a certain time, when a bar/restaurant turns into the bar only, 9, 10 o'clock, whatever it is, those people are drinking, they're having a good time, they're laughing, they're bullshitting anyway. So I feel like a podcast like ours or a comedy podcast would go well with that crowd. We'd be talking about cheating whores, and you're going to have some guy or some girl at the bar yelling over.
And half the girls there or half the guys there are cheating whores.
Sure.
Not only that, a lot of people, I do it too. I scroll through Facebook to watch stupid drunk people, what they do, shit like that.
Yeah.
So if you're having a podcast, right, and you have stupid drunk people and you start asking questions that you ask in this podcast, you're going to get some funny answers.
Yeah.
You're going to get some good stuff.
We talked about that shit.
Yeah, so I'd like to try to move the podcast. Obviously, we're going to keep doing it the way it is. Nothing's going to change. But I'd like to do more. So we're doing the pizza place, the Two Brothers Pizza Shop. We're going to do that on June 25th. That's still going. Everything at 3 p.m. Next Saturday, we got a bunch of koozies. We're going to come up with some games to throw some koozies out to the crowd and give them kind of like a little something. It'll be them. And I'd like to continue that. But the problem I appreciate doing it at Two Brothers, but you can't, because there's going to be people that don't know what's going on at a pizza shop. So we can't talk about half of the shit that we talk about, because you can't be talking about stuffing dildos in your assholes when Sue and Patty are bringing their grandkids to get a slice of pizza. You know what I mean? We're not going to be able to do that. But at a bar, when everybody's drunk, they're talking about the same shit as we're going to be talking about on the show anyway. So I just feel like it's a logical move to move podcasts into the bar type of
9
scene.
p.m. start.
Yeah, right. We just wouldn't be able to start.
Whoever brings their kid to a 9 p.m. start at a fucking bar.
Right, that's your problem. At that point, you made that mistake.
Most bars, you can't have a kid inside the bar anyways.
That's true. Right.
Yeah.
That's true. So
unless they have like seating around the bar, if it's like a pub style type thing. But other than that,
even that, I went to a tiki bar the other day in Florida, and I just sat my daughter down just to sit her down while waiting for a table. It's like, she can't sit there. I had to take her right down. She couldn't even sit at the bar just to sit.
Which is kind of good for what we're planning on doing. Because then we don't have to worry about like his daughter overhearing the shit that we're talking about.
Yeah, I never thought about it, but it makes sense.
Yeah. Yep, I get it. Yeah, you think like kids can't sit at the bar because of the alcohol, but I don't know if it's only that. I think it's like we're talking about here, because you
it's an actual
fuck
law.
This, fuck that, and all that shit at the bar.
Well, no, it's an actual law or some shit like that. You can't have kids like you were talking about the bar that you lived down the road from where I grew up. You couldn't just bring your kid into that place.
No.
Because there was no food, no nothing. It was just a regular bar. You just couldn't bring your kid in there.
That place, the jukebox would stop if you walked in.
Yeah.
And you were an original there. And everybody just looked over at you.
Yeah, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kind of like biker bars. When you go into biker bars, if you're not, if you don't know anybody
I
there.
had at least good 3 years at that bar. And to the point where I didn't even bring money to drink. We would play darts. And whoever lost bought around. Half the time, I was actually pretty good at darts. And
I was going to say, you must have been good at it. Yeah, you were sober.
I rarely ever had to fucking pay for my drinks.
So you're like these chicks that go to bars with their tits half hanging out and don't bring any money. It's basically what you're saying. You're that girl, but with darts.
Yeah, if I saw you, I would have smacked you and slapped my nuts on your face. So
for what? What's that have anything to do with it?
I don't know. It just sounded good.
You gotta get your sunglasses. He's angry.
Yes, because you're a pompous little prick.
He's so pissed off about his car. All of a sudden, I'm getting my fucking face slapped with ball sacks and stuff. I don't know how I ended up getting abused, punished, and raped over his.
We need his sunglasses ASAP.
Yeah. We're gonna go grab them fucking sunglasses, will you? Because I don't like you without them.
Where are they in?
The other one. Of course, you had a 50-50 shot, and you took the wrong fucking shot.
Yeah.
So one of them boxes is a pair.
You're fucking.
Oh, look at these fancy fucking things.
Those are probably the ones that would be more comfortable for you.
You want to wipe them down?
No. I'm gonna leave some spooge on them later.
I'll put the case here for you.
At least somebody's wearing them. I got $3,000 worth of sunglasses. I don't ever wear the fucking thing.
That's a lot better now.
They look good on you too.
Yeah.
Holy, you got a lot of Oakley shit in here.
Yeah, I was collecting them for a little while, and I never wore the fucking thing. So now I'm trying to wear. Now I let my friends wear them so that they don't have a piss poor attitude during the show.
They look good on you.
They do look good on you.
I'm keeping them.
You know what else look good on you?
What?
Cum. All over you.
Yeah.
Stuck in that fucking beer. You wanted raunchy. Let's do raunchy.
Yeah. Well,
do it.
Just wait. Wait till I get my fucking Cub Scout hat on and I fucking bend you over and fuck you. I didn't wear it today because I didn't want to get it dirty.
Really?
Yeah, because I know I was working on the car, so I didn't want to fucking get it dirty.
Shit.
That's why I wore this one.
So, we went over Dave. We went over the things that are coming up. And we went over Matt abusing and raping me with his ball sack. So with that said, I feel like we should talk about some cheating whores. Why the question right out of the gate? Why do girls cheat? Now listen. So first, before we even do that, I gotta say, men cheat too. So I'm not playing this off like girls are the only assholes out there. We're fucking scumbags too.
We should just call it, why do people cheat? Period.
Right. The thing of it is, it's always a bunch of guys at this table. So it's just easier it just comes out talking about girls. And I think 70% of our listeners are men. So we kind of lean that way. But just anything we talk about on this episode with girls cheating, don't get me wrong. I know guys cheat too.
I don't think you have to worry. Nobody sensitive listens to this show.
Or they shouldn't.
If there's a Karen that listens to this show,
they're listening to the wrong fucking show.
They're listening to the wrong fucking show. You know?
What do you think guys or girls cheat more?
Now, girls.
I'll agree with that. What do you think?
I don't know. It's hard. I've been out of the game.
Right now?
I'm out of it. No.
Like it's I was gonna say this show we're gonna have to take a break.
Game so long, so I don't fucking
grab that, Dave. See if that's hard or not.
No, it's not hard yet. No.
So I really don't know. So I don't know. I would say guys cheat more.
Okay, why do you feel that?
Because I think guys have more of an animal instinct, sex drive type fucking thing.
Okay. That's fair enough. I get you. I see what you're saying. I think it's just the opposite, and I think social media has fucked that up. We've talked about that plenty of times on the show. I think things have shifted. I think when I was 17, 18 years old, guys did it. I think girls were more about the relationship, and guys didn't care so much. They were riding dirt bikes, doing shit, and they would be at parties, and next thing you know, they're fucking some other girl, and they were getting in trouble for whatever. They were cheating. I think now, with like TikTok and stuff, and the way girls are on TikTok, I don't know if that has to do with it. I think it has something to do with it, but I don't know how to explain what that TikTok thing has to do with girls cheating. But I just feel like it's easier for them to get attention. And
that's what it's about.
Right. So a girl on TikTok will post some video of her in a bikini being all hot. And meanwhile, she has a boyfriend at home. And then like a girl, like I'll get a couple messages from girls, but usually not like where I think girls on TikTok probably have a fucking line of guys trying to message them.
Oh, yeah.
Because of that video.
It's all those simps.
Right. So that's what makes me think in a roundabout way that social media has created
it's turned the tables.
Has turned the tables, and now girls can get that attention. They got guys chasing them all over the place.
Well, are they really cheating, or are they just grabbing attention?
I think a lot of them are cheating.
Really? Well, what's cheating? What's your line?
I don't. Yeah, what do you consider cheating?
I consider some forms of attention cheating.
Absolutely.
I think there's definitely emotional cheating.
Yes,
I don't think cheating has only to do with sex.
No.
There's been girls that have been like, "Oh, I just kissed him. What's the big deal?" Well, it's still cheating as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, I just kissed her pussy. What's the big deal?
Yeah, right. You could throw that back at him. Yeah. Then what's the fucking big deal about me kissing her pussy?
I think if a guy knowingly flirts with a girl and the girl invites it, that's cheating.
I agree.
You're inviting,
and on the flip side,
that's the opportunity. You're showing him false hope.
Right.
If you're not going to cheat, you're still showing him false hope.
For attention. Which is exactly why it's hard to talk about this without bringing up attention.
You guys are kind of fucking me now.
Why?
That'd be cheating.
Well,
yeah. If we fucked you, that definitely, be cheating on your wife.
I mean, for what he's talking about, though, when I get drinking, I tend to get a little flirty sometimes.
See, if you were a girl and we were dating, that would be... Dave, just for the listeners, Dave just grabbed him a beer. He's got that beer on.
Oh, the sunglasses.
Apparently Dave wants some.
I tend to get a little flirty sometimes.
You get the fucking sunglasses on.
That's about it, though. Like, I don't try to do anything else, but now it kind of sounds like, maybe I am kind of being a dick and sort of cheating, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's present this question then. Because in that case, what you're talking about, I feel like Nicole, your wife, wouldn't care
Oh no, she did. The night of the taco party.
Yeah,
she got pissed off at me.
Did she?
Oh yeah.
I feel like she's more lenient though with a little bit of flirting from you.
A little bit though, but I was feeling no fucking pain that night.
Right.
And I was definitely probably being a little bit more flirty.
Did you ever tell her about the girl you fucked that night, or no? Did you ever end up telling her about that?
Dude, I want to kick you in your fucking mouth right now. It's a good thing she doesn't really listen to this fucking show that much, because if she did, you're going to be calling her and explaining a lot of fucking things.
Oh my god. Well, that's the end of Matt. He'll never be allowed over here again.
Nope.
Yeah, well, he'll be living here.
Well, the thing is, I feel like I'm safe because she was here the whole fucking time, so
Yeah.
she knows. But you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna lay down for bed after she hears this thing. She's gonna be like, wait a minute.
What girl's he talking about?
He did go out to the bathroom for 15 minutes that time.
Yep.
And she knows as well as we do that he only lasts 4 or 5 minutes, so he could have fucked
Shit,
2 girls
not
in that amount of time.
I could have fucked like 5 girls in that time.
You're not helping yourself, bud.
I think cheating is cheating, but I think it's relative to what your partner thinks cheating is. So, like Nicole is, I mean, obviously you're joking, but in a serious light, I think Nicole is okay with you flirting a little bit because she knows you're just joking around and kind of fooling around, and I think she's okay with a slight amount of flirting.
She normally gives me the look too when I kind of go overboard.
And I feel like so long as you stop doing it when she gives you the look, that's a good. That's the line. So in that case, would you assume that that's cheating? If his wife or someone's partner allows it to a point, would you still consider it cheating? I feel like cheating is geared more towards what your partner wouldn't allow.
Well, I think that if you're going to say that cheating is based on your partner's opinion, then you're never going to get to the bottom of what's cheating, right? So there's got to be
at that point.
You got to get to the point of, like, what is cheating? Mm-hmm. And I think if you're joking and flirting with somebody, one of your wife's friends that you know, and you've always done it that way, you've always just joked, that's not cheating. But if it's a complete stranger and you're saying the same things that you would say to your wife's friends or something like that you always joke with,
but
I think
you don't know the person.
But you don't know the person.
Right.
I think that's cheating.
I'll agree with that.
You know what I mean? Because I've had friends of my wife's or whatever that I'll be like, hey, there's my second wife, or what's up, girl? You know, and it's not cheating. My wife laughs at it. But if I just said that to a random girl,
so here's a perfect example. When Laura dropped them off because obviously they're up from Florida, so they don't have a car, so they're borrowing a car or whatever to get around for the time being, and his wife Laura dropped him off, which you know, but just for the listeners, and as soon as she gets out of the car, I'm like, Laura, you are fucking beautiful. Now, if I didn't know Laura and barely knew Dave, that would probably be a different. Do you consider that flirting?
No,
I didn't at the time.
No,
but now that we're talking about it, I'm like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have said. Maybe that was.
No, you might. If that was somebody I didn't know,
so in that case,
I would just be like, yeah, I'm going home with her too, bud. You know? Okay.
So if you're at a bar and some random guy,
it's not cheating on her.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that's basically what you're saying about if you're friend, you know people long enough, you can kind of get away with a little bit more because that
Except
person
for Wes,
knows.
though, he can't. He tried that in the beginning of our friendship.
Oh yeah.
And he thought I was going to hang him from the rafters.
Oh yeah. Did you hear that show?
I remember that. Yeah.
Thought he was going to fucking smash. Well, we're all joking around. Like he's joking around me, I'm joking around him, and all of a sudden, like 2 days later, he stands up out of his fucking chair. Chair goes back, hits the wall. He's like, "You don't know my fucking wife enough to say that shit."
No, I agree. There's a way. There's a standard.
I thought I was getting fucking
in the construction world. You can joke about a lot of shit, but you never joke about wives.
Can you grab that beautiful smoked iron or whatever it's called?
I think I'm going to say something else.
What?
I was going to say it's not hard yet.
Can you grab that beautiful cock of yours?
Well, I got him going a couple weeks ago too. Him and my wife are going back and forth talking about shit, and I'm like, "What
we're doing
fuck?
What were me and your wife doing?
Going back and forth." And I'm like, "What the fuck? You can't text me and tell me what the fuck you're doing. You got to call and text my wife and shit like that." You thought I was pissed off again then too, didn't you?
When? Just recently?
A couple weeks ago.
Well, I stopped by his work. I think we talked about it on the show too. I stopped by his wife's work to grab something, medicine for the dog.
Yep.
Well, I saw her there, so I took a selfie with her and I sent it to him. So I just stopped by to see my wife, because nobody else will.
Yeah,
they're just dicking with him.
Yeah,
and then he was like had an attitude the rest of the day. He was like, "You got to stop texting my wife so much." But he's got such a. I know him pretty good now, but
the more serious he gets, the better
joke
he gets.
Like this, and then all of a sudden he just snaps, and it's like. He's like,
and you're playing with this. You're playing with it. You're like, all right, how far can I go?
yeah, I'm testing that line with him.
And it's fun to watch because then when he thinks he's going too far,
he gets uncomfortable.
And he gets all uncomfortable, and that's my turn. I'm just fucking with you.
Yep. So Dave brought us from Florida or from up here?
No, it's from up here, Altamont.
Yeah. Which is actually a nice place. I think they're a little expensive, but I think it's a nice place to. So Iron Smoke Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's actually not. This is the first time I've ever had smoked whiskey. I see it on TikTok all the time.
I usually drink with ice, and this is good without ice.
It's doing the trick. I think ice would make it better, like you say, but I think it's doing all right.
Wes don't have ice.
I don't have it. It's too expensive.
He's poor.
Dude, ice is expensive, bud.
Yeah, he's not rich.
Let me tell you something about Wes. So I wouldn't fucking hear from Wes for like 2 months, right? And then he'd break up with a girl, and he'd come over.
Oh, he's one of those guys.
I was a simp. I was a simp.
Yeah, so he'd come over. He's like, Dave, are you home? I'm like, Laura, Wes texted me. He asked if I'm home. What should I tell him? Yeah. So she'd be like, it's fine. So Wes would come over, and the first thing he'd do is go in my fucking fridge. And
you fucking goddamn fucker.
Yeah. And he'd go, you have any Irish butter in here? We don't always have Irish butter. You ever have Irish butter?
No.
It's really good.
Well, me neither till that day. Now I fucking love it.
The motherfucker
it's like
eats
crack.
it with a spoon.
Is it actual butter?
It's actual butter, yeah. And
from Ireland.
He'd come over and just eat my Irish butter.
It's from Irish goats.
And he complained about, the crazies he was with or whatever and what he should do. And I told him you should fucking dump him and just turn gay. That's
what I've been saying. I've been waiting for him to come out.
Yeah.
Why?
Huh?
You excited?
No. I just think you should just come out.
Why? What? Because I've had crazy girlfriends. I'm gay?
Dude, every fucking girl you have a problem with. You find a problem with every girl.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's never going to be the perfect fucking girl, but in Wes's eyes, gay. So, I think you really are, and you just...
That's nothing to do with being gay. That's to do with getting cheated on a bunch of times and lied to, and then you start to lose trust and fucking faith in them, and then you just assume every one of them is fucking you over.
Life. Deal with it.
Well, you've been married for how long?
It'll be 15 years this August.
Yeah, so you haven't had to deal with it. Dating now is fucked.
Well, I don't know. Maybe she's cheated on me. I don't fucking know.
No, I don't think she has. But what I'm saying is that if in the date, you haven't been in the dating world. You haven't met this girl talked to her for a couple months and then found out she was still with her boyfriend. And then you move on to another girl and then find out she's fucking a bartender. And then move on to this girl. So it's like a never ending.
That's the thing, though, is you've been dating in this world. I haven't dated in this world either. Mm-hmm. Right? And that's why it's harder to keep a girlfriend. We've been married for almost 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were with
together
her
for about 15 on and off. Yeah.
Yep.
So in this dating world, you meet a girl, say you fall in love with her or you just fall for her, right? Mm-hmm. Well, then you're like, all right, my feelings are getting into it, so now I'm going to start researching because you can research these people.
Sure.
You just look through their Facebook, TikTok, and all that stuff, and then away.
I'm going to do it. I don't care if people call me creeps or not, but I'm going to look to make sure she's not still married, doesn't have fucking kids I don't know about or some shit.
Right, and so that's giving you the open door to start untrusting, and then you think she's cheating. And that's the problem. I think if there was less social media in relationships, I think you would be okay.
Well, I miss the days when you worked all day, you got home, you called your girlfriend for an hour on the phone, and then you went to work the next day. Yep. Yeah, I miss that.
And you're beep, beep, beep. Who the fuck is she talking to?
Yeah. Why is the phone busy for so long? The phone's been busy for 2 hours now.
Well, back then, their mom was probably
calling like over and over again for every 5 minutes.
You check AOL.
Yeah,
the door's closed.
Back then, it was because your mom was on AOL or something. It's different now, and it's brutal to date now because of that. And I'm sure girls go through the same problems. But it's very easy to just grab the next person. So it's easy to make up problems. Girls can do it to me just like I can do it to them. One little thing, it's like, I'll just grab the next 4 guys that are fucking talking to me on Bumble or whatever. So here's an example. It's nothing serious and it doesn't even bother me. But you meet these girls on Bumble, you talk to them for that night when they message you. And then it's like, here's my number, give me a call if you want or whatever. And then you never hear from them. And it's like, well, in my mind, and it doesn't really bother me because you don't even know this girl. There's obviously no feelings involved, but it's like, oh, they just grabbed somebody else. Somebody else more interesting or whatever. got a hold of them. So it's like
Fill
you
a
go
void.
back in the day, right? Which is the kind of where the attention comes in.
Right.
I think a lot of people on Bumble and Tinder and social media in general are just looking for that attention fix.
Well, why else will you go on that stuff?
Well, I could disagree a little bit because I think nowadays you can use those. So, for example, like my cousin, he met his wife on Tinder, and they've been happily married. Like they've been doing good. So I think there's situations where that is not just. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
you go on there to grab some attention, some quick attention from somebody, and then you go on to the next one, and you just keep going on. So I get what you mean. But I think there's situations where you can use that for dating, but it's very hard, very slim pickings.
Hard. How hard was it back in the day to get girls?
It was.
My God.
Yeah.
We used to drive around, go to the Diamond 8 Billiards and see the 55-year-old woman with a wolf sweatshirt sitting at the bar. And we're like, oh, maybe we're early.
You see, that was the one I was going after.
I believe it.
I didn't have standards. When I was young, I didn't have standards. All my friends would go over to the bar. They're going after the hot chick and shit like that. I said, I like plumpy girls.
Yeah, me too.
And then so we're all at the bar. They're all spending their money on these hot chicks. And of course, every group of hot chicks has that one little plumpy girl that's just kind of there. And the night goes on. I just mosey over, start conversation, buy a drink. Guess who's getting their dick sucked in the parking lot?
Yep.
Me. Those guys dropped hundreds of dollars on all these hot chicks and didn't even get their fucking dick wet or even their fucking finger in their snatch. And I'm getting fucking blown out in the parking lot.
Blown out in the parking lot or getting blown out in the parking lot? There's a big difference.
My guts rearranged.
I mean, obviously these chicks weren't like 500 pounds or anything like that, but they're a little on the plumpy side. I like a little plump.
But you got off. You got you. You got you. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I didn't spend. I think I might have bought one drink.
Yeah.
They're fucking buying drinks all night long.
Well, I feel like at that point it's business, right?
Yeah.
And you're a smart businessman for doing it that way. You save money and you got laid.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen to me carefully, you fat tub of goo.
That's all right.
I couldn't do it. I can't do plumpy girls.
I know you can't.
No.
And you have the opportunity to probably do one, but I know you won't.
But people look at me like I'm weird for because I almost like them too skinny. Like I'm weird. Like I like them
like Lindsay Lohan.
Sick skinny.
Yeah. Right. And that's people are like, she's fucking anorexic, dude.
Shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I like little tits, skinny girl, nice ass. That's my. However, lately I've been changing. It is.
Skinny girl, nice ass.
There's too many McDonald's around. There's I've been changing though. Like there's been like on Bumble and Tinder, there's been girls that are a little bit plumpy that I'm kind of attracted to. So it's kind of.
So that girl you were talking about that you love, that's on Park and Recreations. What's her name?
I don't know.
Aubrey.
Oh, Aubrey.
Can't.
She was on that. That was the girl we were talking about the. She was on Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah,
with Robert De Niro.
She's on Park and Recreations with
Aubrey.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's a skinny girl. I don't like skinny girls, but I find her to be smoking hot.
Well, do you know her personality? Have you ever seen her interviews?
Yeah.
Right, that makes her hotter.
Yeah, that makes her hotter. Yeah.
Aubrey. We've done this before, but let me just see if we can.
I think personality is a big thing now too.
Yeah,
that's her.
She's hot.
I don't know if she's overly skinny though.
Oh yeah,
she's pretty skinny.
She's really fucking hot.
She's skinnier than what I like.
No, did you watch the movie with the two guys that are looking for
Brokeback Mountain?
No. They're looking for dates to the wedding, for their cousin's wedding or their sister's wedding or some shit, and they pick up just two random chicks that were trying to play them, but they didn't end up. At the end, they all liked each other and got together. Well, there's a scene at the end of her fucking the guy.
Yeah, she was dirty in that Dirty Grandpa too. She was like the shit she was talking about, putting it in my ass.
Yeah,
and
she's super skinny.
Like the guy is on.
Do you think so? See, that's like a perfect. That's a perfect
for me. That's skinny.
You think that's too skinny?
Yeah,
I think she's smoking hot with clothes on.
Do you think she's too skinny there?
Yeah,
really.
She's skinny.
1 to 10, what would you give her in that picture there?
What? Like hotness or skinniness?
Not knowing her personality?
Yeah. Just if you just didn't know who
5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Knowing her personality, what you do?
7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think a good personality, and somebody you get along with will definitely raise you a point at least.
Yeah, I think more than that. Sometimes that's sexier.
There's plumpy girls that have really pretty faces too.
Yes.
Like there's just generally ugly girls.
Yeah, Harry's got a pretty face.
Yeah. Yeah. But there is plumpy girls that it's like, man, she's fucking pretty though.
Yeah.
Well, this past weekend, I went down to Albany for the Gay Pride Parade. I'll talk to you more about that in the garage.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Did you bring anybody with you?
Yeah.
All right.
But I can see why some girls are lesbians. Because walking around that parade, I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I would, even if I was fucking drunk as fuck, and no.
Which is unusual because usually the lesbians in real life are not good looking.
Can we talk
No,
about that
that's
quick?
what I'm talking about.
Can we talk? Why do lesbians have to look like the ghetto male? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the baggy pants and the fucking
And like
haircut and
the gangster male.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's
Why
what
can't
I'm
anybody
talking
be a
about.
that
white
up on the show one
businessman?
time.
Did you? Why can't anybody?
Why, if you're a girl and you don't like men, so you like women, why are you? Was there always a girl lesbian and then the one that looks like the dude?
Right. Why?
All the
Like
ones
the
I
white
saw were all
t-shirt.
the
It's always a
dudes.
white t-shirt, basketball shorts.
Rolled up.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
T-shirt rolled up.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't they just wear like a nice
They look like a
polo
fucking
shirt
guy.
or
It which boggles my mind too, like you were saying, like if you're a lesbian and you like women, why are you attracted to a woman that looks like a fucking guy?
Right, why
The
don't you
only-
just like guys?
The
huh?
only thing that's missing is the fucking penis.
Yeah. And the thing is, so on
She
that
talks
one,
like a guy, she acts like a guy.
that one show that we brought that up on, we were like, well, maybe it's because it's still a girl's attitude, but looks like or whatever. So, but that's not the case because a lot of those girls actually act like dudes.
Yeah.
Like their personality
some of those
is like
girls are more
dudes.
fucking man than I am, I think,
Sure,
sometimes.
even their attitude. You're right. So it's weird. I don't know. That's a never-ending question. It's like trying to find the G spot. There's no answer to it.
I know what a G spot is. I found it. It ain't that hard.
Well, yeah, I hope so. After 15 fucking years,
Took a lot of time.
it's
but-
like knowing your hometown roads.
yeah.
I think they're all about in the same spot, in and up,
Yeah.
and it feels like a
And
prune.
it's ribbed. It's like fucking ribbed. It has like a washboard
Feels
feel
like a
or
big
something.
It
raisin.
looks like a chicken's neck.
Like a cock's foot, if you will. Oh, Jesus. So, why did we decide girls cheat? They're looking for attention. They're unhappy with
Social
their
media.
Social media is probably the big one.
Attention.
I
It's all
think that's a
attention.
big, huge. They're not. Is it because they're not getting attention in their relationship, or do you think that even if they were, they'd still want more attention?
I don't know. It's weird. I'm not going to say names, but there's a certain relationship that I know of. And it's no one in this room. It's nothing to do with you or anything like that. It's the people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, her husband's not allowed to have Facebook and social media, but she does.
That red flag right
And
there.
the picture
Huge red
and
flag.
the picture she puts on there, I go, holy fuck. So I told my wife about it all
Do
the
I
time.
know this person?
Well, no
I'm not going to
wonder
say the name,
Yeah,
but do I?
yeah, you will. I'll tell you after.
So I haven't met her yet.
No, you have.
I think I know who I'm talking about. I think I know who you're talking about.
No, that's why she doesn't want him on Facebook.
And
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
so he's not allowed to have Facebook, but she has like Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and I've seen shit.
I think she just started following me on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram.
No, it's a different one. I think.
It's not who I'm. Okay.
No.
All right.
And I go to my wife. I'm like, holy fuck! First of all, if I was like her husband or boyfriend, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Well, that to me is a huge red flag. If one person is allowed to do this, like that crazy one we always talk about on almost every show, she was allowed to have guy friends, but I wasn't allowed to have girlfriends. You know the one, Cass.
Yeah.
You remember the one?
Yep.
Like that's a huge. I should have got out then. Like this dude should know. Like at this point, I feel like I don't even know who you're talking about. I guess, but he's turned into a simp for allowing it.
Yeah.
So that's
I give him props, but I mean,
don't stop giving him props.
No.
Don't stick up for the fucking guy. He's dumb for doing it.
That came out wrong. Well, all I gotta say is that the shit that I've seen, if I was him, I would fucking. No, I give him props for not losing his fucking mind. And
It's because he's insecure and he doesn't have any.
Well, right, which comes into that simp thing. It's like they're kind of desperate feeling or something that they
he's
can't.
like, well, I got to keep her, so I can't say anything.
I don't fucking know. If that was my wife, that'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's fine. I will if I meet somebody that doesn't like Facebook, and I'm trying to say this in the most non-simp way that I possibly can. If a girl that I'm with doesn't want me having Facebook,
Well, here's the deal, though. It's a fucking. This is what really pisses me off. It's a catch-one. It's fucked up because I guess he fucked up back in the day.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting a little deeper.
It might have sent some pictures.
Okay.
So now she's sending pictures?
Well, but here's the thing.
Right. So now it's okay for her.
he
Two wrongs don't make it right.
everything. But yet she's still allowed to keep doing. And the shit she does is like borderline what the fuck he did and she got pissed off for.
Yeah.
That's double standards right there.
Right. Well, that's my thing. That's why I say, other than I have to keep Facebook for the podcast because it's attached to my page. Mm-hmm. So I have to. But if in general, if a girl was like, I don't like Facebook, I think it leads to cheating, it leads to flirting, all that stuff, and I agree with that. Like we already talked about.
Yeah.
I would have no problem getting rid of it because it's nothing but nonsense anyway. Other than I can't because of the show, but. If this wasn't the case, I would get rid of it. But my thing is, if I get rid of it, you get rid of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we're not going to just me get rid of it, and then you get to do whatever the fuck you want.
Here's
That's not how it works.
We were talking earlier, like, what do you consider cheating? Well, obviously what he did probably borders on that line of
definitely cheating. If you send pictures to girls, like nude pictures, that's definitely cheating, I feel.
Unless you're like, what is this? And you're a nurse.
Right. Or if you were drunk.
But what she is doing or has done, I don't know if she's still doing it now, but what she has done in the past, to me, it's the same fucking thing.
I agree.
It's the same fucking thing.
To me, it sounds like a fucking unhealthy relationship. It's not going to go very far.
Sure.
I got squares on how long it's really going to last.
Or it'll last forever, but they'll just be fighting and fucking miserable the whole time.
No, they're just going to cheat the rest of their lives. They're going to keep cheating.
And this is a great circle back to this whole cheating horse thing. If you're in a relationship and you're unhappy in that relationship, but you're hanging on for whatever reason, whether you're insecure, you feel desperate, like you can't find anybody else, whatever it is, if you stay with somebody for those reasons, one person or both will end up cheating because they're unhappy and they just don't give a fuck anymore.
Yep.
Happy people don't cheat, period.
No.
They just have no need to. If you're happy with the person, you just have no need to cheat.
No. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Not right now because my fucking cars are fucked up, but I'm happy.
You just flirt a little bit at nacho parties and fuck chicks when you go to the bathroom. That's all.
Yeah, you're a dick. Really, you are.
I think Nicole knows me enough now to know what I'm doing.
No. Of course she knows you enough.
But I'm not gonna lie though. In the beginning,
I've met her from the inside.
But I'm not gonna lie though.
I'm getting smashed. Getting smashed. Dave, don't leave right after this. I'm getting smashed.
I'll take care of you. I'll trip him, but you run fast.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Probably in the beginning of a relationship, there's probably been 100 times that I probably could have, should have, would have, but didn't.
I think that
same thing with her. But when we go over that list, when we read that list a little bit, I can see why people cheat with certain things.
Yes, and I think it comes down to how much you enjoy the person, how much you're truly in love, which was another thing we kind of brought up before the show is swinging cheating, or is threesomes cheating, which this kind of leads into why, because if you were happy enough, you wouldn't need somebody else to make you happy. So, like, I don't know. It just boils down to if you're happy, you won't cheat.
But we kind of talked about that before, though. I mean, once you start getting to a certain point in your relationship or your marriage, I don't know if it's so much like the swinging thing. I think is cheating. That right there, that's just cheating. I think.
Yeah, but you guys are kind of. We talked about it on the show. Like you and Nicole are kind of okay with that. Like you guys would like to meet another girl to bring in the bedroom for Nicole. So from what you just said, you would think Nicole is cheating on you then?
Who makes the sandwich afterwards?
Well, it'll be me 100%.
It's just still you?
I'll be fucking.
Her hands are still busy?
I'll be in the corner nutted in like 2 seconds if that ever.
All right, you guys finish. I'm going to go make him a sandwich.
Yeah, pretty much. You see, but I know like the swinging thing is like when you actually like swap, like, guy goes to the other girl and the other girl goes to the other guy.
Okay, so you mean like legit swinging. Like if my wife was with you, your wife was with me, straight flip-flop.
That's swinging to me.
All right, right. Okay, all right.
If for whatever reason something ever happened and we find that one chick that wants to have a little fun with my wife and she's down with it, to me, that's what I want to see.
How come so a little while ago you were like, you've had the chance, but she's just not your type, so you haven't done it. So which tells me she's kind of into that. You know the girl I'm talking about. Your wife's friend. Good friend. Very good friend. That hangs out with you all the time.
No, she won't because...
Why is that? Why will she not join that then? That would be the perfect one.
Because they've been fucking friends forever.
They don't have really a friendship.
Okay, so you're saying when this happens, you can't be too close to someone.
Yes, it's not. If this ever happens, it's not.
Actually, you're right, because there might even be, like, I'm sure they don't talk about it, but they've been friends long enough. There might even be love involved, like friendship love between the two of them.
And it's not even. It's like what you were saying. Like you were saying earlier. Like, you know, that's my wife's friend. Hey, my second wife. She's like kind of like my second wife. She's been Nicole's friend since they've been.
So she's got a relationship with both of you. So it'd be weird.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be.
Okay, so that's as much fucked up for you as it would be
to
for her.
I mean, she's actually. I consider her probably like one of my best friends.
Okay.
So I couldn't do that. You know, that's the one chick I've actually allowed to be an actual friend of mine. Mm-hmm. Normally, I should just keep them arm length.
Yeah.
So if I ever
that's kind of like what I do when you make fun of me.
Yeah.
I just always got one eye open when I sleep.
So if it was ever it would have to be with probably a stranger, more or less, or someone that we know we're never going to probably see again or run into very often type deal.
Yep.
But, you know, it's wishful thinking. Is it ever going to happen? Who knows? But
yeah,
something important.
Well, my neighbor.
Which one?
The one that borrowed the trailer.
Who borrowed the trailer?
The girl out here?
No, the next door neighbor borrowed my dump trailer to go down and get some stone. And he just had a question, so I want to make sure I answered him. Normally, I wouldn't bother.
If we did this, we'd be fucking rude.
Oh, yeah. You guys would be unprofessional.
Fuck you guys, never coming back
you guys
here
on the
ever
fucking
again.
phone? You guys are on the fucking phone.
Yeah.
Well, he borrowed my trailer, but the battery's not in it. And I told him, I said, we'll just deal with it when you get back if you want.
That one right there?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that helped us out earlier with the thing that we got for the car.
Spring puller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he borrowed my trailer. So when I was talking to him, I was like, well, hey, can I borrow your spring puller? Actually, it works out perfect. He's like, yeah, no problem. So my battery, I have the battery out of my trailer on the charger. And I told him, I said, when you get back and you're ready to dump, let me know. We'll use my battery or your battery. And
do you guys lay in the back of the dump trailer
coincidentally, together? He gets back and we're in the middle of the show, so I wanted to answer him. But
do you guys lay in the back of the trailer together?
We may.
You do. Don't
we may.
It's okay. Just come out and just say you're gay.
So Dave has been friends with me long enough to know why I'm gay. Which is like, I joke, but I'm kind of truthful. Like, he's been friends with me and seen what has happened to me over the years, and I've let him in on enough stuff to know why I don't trust girls. And I can imagine. Do you understand why I'm the way I am? Do you feel like, Dave?
Yeah, I understand why you are. Yeah.
I think I'm wrong for being that way. I think I shouldn't carry past bullshit into new relationships.
Yeah.
That I know I'm wrong, but I think he understands why I do that.
We've all been there. You just haven't got past that point before.
No, and the problem of it is every relationship I've gotten into for the last 6 fucking years has pushed me further into the wrong direction.
I think it's your own fucking doing half the time.
They say you're only attracted to what you fucking draw in.
You have the worst picks.
Well,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
You have bad luck. You picked some crazy ones.
Problem of it is there's very few like 8s, 9s, and 10s out there that aren't cheating and
that's
lying.
what you want, though.
It's very hard to find that one girl that's a 9 that's single. And
that's why a 6 with a great personality is your out.
It's just as good as a 10. I'm not gonna.
And I agree with you, but the problem of it is I'll do that, and I've tried that. Like I've swiped right on some girls that I wouldn't normally be attracted to on Bumble because they have decent bios and they seem like they have a decent personality, and I give it a shot. And then the first thing I think is, like, what am I doing? Like you wake up the next morning, like you go to a couple dates and whatever, they hang out, they come to the house, and then the next morning you wake up and it's like, I just can't get past. There's like a physical attraction you need too.
Yeah, you need both.
If you're just not there, you're just not there. As much as I would love that to be like, I'd love to be happy with a 6, but I just can't do it.
Before my wife, I know this sounds kind of fucked up, but before my wife, I dated this Asian chick. She was probably closest to a 10 I'm ever going to come to. Mm-hmm. But by the end of our relationship,
God, how was that? You are huge.
And they're little.
Oh my God, that poor girl.
But by the end of that relationship, she was probably the ugliest fucking person I ever met.
Beat the shit right out of her.
Walked weird.
Huh? No, she beat the shit out of fucking me.
Really? Did she really? It was physical?
Dude, oh yeah, dude. The night we broke up for good, she ran me over with her fucking car. Shit looked like fucking movies, like shit.
Get out of here.
Like over the top of her hood, down the backside and everything like that. I chased her through fucking Colony, Gillen, and Vor. I was going to kill the bitch. I was going to fucking straight kill her.
Well, that comes down to it, Wes, is cheating. We're talking about cheating. is that I think sometimes people lose physical attraction to their significant other. And
would you say you sometimes they lose physical attraction?
I feel like they lose it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like people change, like, right? So would you say, like, maybe 5 years ago you didn't like girls with tattoos, right? And now, like, all of a sudden,
yes, actually, that's
right?
a great example.
So
I always hated girls that have tattoos. Now I think it's attractive.
Right. So your tastes change sometimes, and you think about different things. So I feel like sometimes people act on that.
Do you think that's fair though? So 5 years ago, if I met a girl that I thought was super attractive because she had no tattoos, and now 5 years later, now at this point in my life, I think tattoos are sexy as fuck. Certain, if it's done right.
Yeah.
Do you think that doesn't give me any leeway to go fuck a girl?
No. Because if you're with her for 5 years, you're not with her just for the attraction.
Now? Like if you've changed, which is a valid. Like I know you're laughing, so that's a valid.
Like, girls get mad at guys for doing Pornhub or porn, whatever. Like,
but this is why.
What's the other option? Right.
And I've had girls that didn't like me watching porn. It's like, okay, well then, do you want me to go fuck her?
Right. If you're gonna have sex for 40 years, you got to spice things up. You got to change things up.
Right. We got to remember we're young.
You can do that without getting other people involved.
No. We're young, but I'm 15 years into my fucking marriage.
That's a lot. Yeah,
that's a long time.
Right. But like we got to look forward to. We got to look ahead. Like some of these people are married for 40, 50 years. Like you got to think about that shit. Like a lot can change in yourself in 40 fucking years.
Yeah, you might be taking it.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question.
You might be the catcher at that point.
If your girl wants to fucking strap on a fucking thing and fuck you, would you let her?
No.
15, 20 years down the road?
No.
However, if your girl she wants to lick your ass, would you let her?
Probably.
It's not bad, man. It's good.
No, it's actually good. Just don't put nothing in it.
It's weird at first. It's weird. It's like you giggle like a little girl. You're like, oh, stop.
But no,
but then you're like, that's not that bad.
It's what he was saying. Though. You got to spice things up, and I've talked about this too. Like, I think like the whole adding another girl isn't like really just trying. I'm trying to fuck another girl.
Okay, so you're changing my opinion on that a little bit. Being cheating, I kind of look at that like cheating if you're fucking another girl.
And
regardless,
and like a lot of swingers you see are normally older people.
Yeah,
That've been married for.
I feel like a lot of them are rich people though that don't really. They're not really in love with their wives.
Well, that too.
Who can actually be in love? If you're in love with somebody, me personally, I couldn't do it. I could not watch another man touch my wife.
No I couldn't do
but
that.
But there's people that actually get off on that. They don't even want to fuck their wife. They just want other people. I know some that they'd rather watch their wife fuck another dude.
I
couldn't do it.
I don't know. I don't have any answer for that.
Maybe in 40, but this is what we're talking about. Maybe in 40 years, I would have a whole different outlook.
Well, if you know, like I said, I think a lot of swingers are normally older couples or older people. Very rarely you see like a brand new young couple that are swingers.
So you're thinking that as they get older, they've been with these people for 20, 30 years, and they're starting to want to spice. Is that where you're going with that?
Up. Maybe they're looking for more. Maybe they've been married for so long, they're secure enough in the relationship.
Yeah, but there's so many fucking toys out there now and shit. Like,
I think toys are different though. Like they got pocket pussies. I'll never use one of them because in my mind it's not the same.
Dishwasher safe.
It's
like the cock rings.
The jiggly jelly, Jizzy Jezebel or whatever.
Huh? Yeah, no, Jelly Julie.
Jelly Julie.
Jelly Jezebel. I like that better.
Yeah. I think we should change the name. Let's start calling it Samantha.
I'll bring it over next time.
No, that's okay. No, you just use it yourself.
I'll put it in the dishwasher first and clean it.
You put enough lube in your hand and it feels the same way. I don't need to see it. Actually, I do kind of want to see one. I've never seen one in person.
Bring it
Just buy one.
I'll leave it for you.
I'll be forced to use it.
Yeah.
I'll leave it for you.
Well, I have this.
Hey,
maybe I should try
it. You make fun of the girl that marries an airplane. You might marry Jelly Jezebel.
Yeah. I'll leave it for you. I'll bring it in next show.
Unless I grab it out of your damn drawer.
I'm bringing it in the next show. And like I said, you can turn it inside out. It becomes an asshole.
Yeah. Like I said last time, that's what I do with condoms. You turn them inside out and shake the fuck out of them.
Tack them to the wall.
Yep. Tack them to the wall. Oh, boy, you fucking listen.
I listen.
You listen religiously.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got long rides sometimes in Florida. Florida's big.
Holy shit. So, cheating is no good. We've decided.
Nope.
Years ago. I mean, people have decided this years ago that cheating is no good. We got a couple of things. As usual, we try to bring up some articles to do with it. We got 12 reasons women cheat. Now, again, this is probably goes for women and men.
Yeah.
But since it's typically men that we're talking to, and we are men, that it kind of just goes. The first one on here, number 01. is dissatisfaction in a relationship, which basically we went over.
Yeah.
Whether it be physical dissatisfaction, but that's a tough word to say for some reason. This can be seen as the underlying theme of the majority of motivations for infidelity, which I agree with. I could see that. Dissatisfaction explains, this guy's name is Skurtu, I guess.
Yeah, I'd cheat on him too.
Yeah.
This is why he's in such a fucking shitty situation. People justify this by saying we are in a bad patch. She can do, which goes along perfectly with this. Hey, we need to take a break.
Yeah, let's go fuck for a
That's
weekend. That's
horseshit. Because why are you taking a break? You're in a bad patch.
That's why I did
Every
it.
relationship.
I was a cheater back in the day, and that's what I would do.
Yeah,
Take a break.
Yep, you need to take a break.
Yeah, it's not.
So perfect
it's not
example.
you, it's me.
Right. Perfect example. And he's willing to admit it. He just admitted it. That's what, and this is what I've always said. When a girl wants to take a break with you, or if a guy wants to take a break with you and you're a girl listener, trust me when I tell you, maybe they're not fucking somebody, but they're working on it.
Find out who just came in town or who they've been talking to. Because that's where they're going.
Who messages them on Facebook, because that's why they want to take a break.
Yep.
For every relationship boundary crossed. Yep, I agree. The person has to satisfy their behavior to themselves first. Then they are able to compartmentalize the actions, which is again with the breaks. This way they feel better. Like, oh, well, we were taking a break to help ourselves, so I wasn't really a slut.
Right.
This was just part of fixing myself. No, yesterday we were dating. Today we're on a break, and you're fucking some dude.
Yeah, you're fucking some dude like 2 hours after we went on a break.
Right. Yeah, that's not taking a break.
No, that's straight up cheating.
Taking a break, which I think is probably... Yeah, taking a break is AKA taking a dick.
Yeah.
But I think there is probably situations where taking a break is understandable, but you have to follow them rule. Like, if a girl takes a break and she literally for a month just kind of hangs out at home, goes for walks by herself, talks to her family, goes to a therapist or something like that, that's like a valid thing.
Those are your girls.
Yeah, it's half lit up between therapists and fucking some dude that they met on Facebook.
Yeah,
that's my low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is number 2. When a woman is struggling with low self-esteem, or man, it may spur them to look to external sources for the attention and validation that they and their partner are unable to create and sustain. Yes, I think this is a good list. That's a very strong reason why I think people cheat. They don't think they're good looking. Maybe their husband is, you've been with somebody for 5, 10, 15 years, and you kind of just get lackadaisical. You forget to tell them how beautiful they are.
What's the best medicine for low self-esteem is attention.
Sure. Cock.
So if you get attention from
I've always said cock has the medicine in it. It's like it's the cure for all.
It is medicine, yeah.
I kind of, actually. But yeah, that solves low self-esteem issues. But I don't know. It's hard to say what I'm trying to think, but this is what I don't have to. Low self-esteem sucks. You're gonna get if your girl has low self-esteem, she's gonna get fucked.
That's fine, but if you're like, no matter if you're either or the man or the woman in this, if you're the reason why they have low self-esteem, you kind of deserve to get fucking cheated on, though. Because obviously, if you're giving them low self-esteem, you're not a very good partner.
Well, here's the catch-22 with that. If you tell a girl how pretty she is too many times, you look desperate and you look like a simp, and that'll turn girls off.
Mm-hmm. That's why nice guys never.
But if you don't do it enough, then they have low. They feel like they're not good looking.
You have to find a happy medium, and I mean, like when someone say if I'm dating a girl, I'm
but why is this?
If you're just fucking useless to me, you keep saying that to her all the time. Yeah, of course she's gonna fucking go out and cheat on you.
Right.
So you kind of deserve that. To me, that's how I look at it.
What? Say that again. For saying it too many times?
No. Like, when I think of low self-esteem, like, we're in a relationship.
No, we're not.
Well, whatever. Just fucking do it for the show.
He's on a break.
You just got to tell everybody how you think I'm gay, and now we're in a relationship.
Whatever. I'm saying we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm the guy, you're the girl, you're the bitch.
Of course.
It's only because I'm little and I can't do anything about it.
I come home and then you got.
This is why I have low self-esteem, Dave. This is why
I come home.
This is the way he treats me. See how he treats me?
Yeah. I'm about to smack you in a minute.
See? Now it's physical. Now it's abuse.
Yep. But no,
he's gonna start swiping right.
I come home, you got dinner started, or you got dinner for me, and I go, "This is shit. This is
I don't cook.
garbage.
You cook.
Get the fuck out of here." That gives a woman low self-esteem. So after I keep doing shit like that to them, of course they're gonna fucking cheat on you. So you kind of fucking deserve it.
Yeah. Well, and so my ex-wife. She cheated on me one time, and ever since then, that was kind of towards the beginning of the relationship. And ever since then, that's how I treated her, like shit. Because I resented her. I couldn't get it out of my mind.
Respect for her.
Right. I just didn't want to be in that relationship.
But
so
she
for the
cheated
next
on
couple
you
of years,
first, though, before you treated her like shit.
Right.
You weren't treating her like shit before she cheated, right?
But we got to remember, like, I grew up with my grandparents. They've been together for 67 years, last month or 2 months ago.
God bless them. They're great people.
Growing up with them, in my mind, it was like, well, this is who I'm stuck with. This is my life. This is what I got to do. So when she cheated, I stayed and tried to make it work. But meanwhile, in the back of my head, fucking gears are turning, smoke's building up, things are getting hotter and hotter, and I just started treating her like shit. So granted, she cheated on me first time because she's a whore. But the next time she cheated on me, when we finally got the divorce, was nothing more than me treating her like shit because I fucking resented her from the first time.
Yeah, that's why she probably.
So I guess it's still kind of her fault, but like I should have left.
Yeah, you should have left it first in the beginning when she first did it.
Just right, but like I said, growing up in a different type of.
But I'm talking about for a woman that didn't cheat in the first place.
Well, that's different.
She was loyal the whole time, and you just started treating her like shit. Yes,
maybe
10 years low self-esteem.
Right. Maybe
and
my
ex is gonna fucking leave.
Maybe my ex would have been loyal after that time. I don't know, but it was too late for me.
You know my just ex. Fucking let her strapped it on and fuck you in the ass with the dildo.
What does this get about me being gay? All this whole show, I don't understand.
Hey whore.
Hey whore.
Hey whore.
Don't tell me that's not a cock.
Oh, I get that.
Tell me that doesn't feel like a cock.
Emotional starvation is number 3, which kind of goes along with all of it, really. While studies suggest that men who cheat are primarily motivated by sex, women who cheat tend to do so to fill an emotional need. I agree with that. And I'm going to say emotional need, a.k.a. attention. Because I feel like it's one and the same. Do you not, or no?
No, it is emotional attention. It's all the same.
Yeah. I think so. I think it's all a lot to do with the same. Where you get attention because you don't have enough emotional, because you're emotionally starved as a woman.
Because you didn't let her strap it on and fuck you in the ass.
Here's the thing, too. Some people convince themselves emotional is not a real affair. I couldn't agree with that. Couldn't disagree with that more.
Yeah, I disagree.
I think
that's
sometimes,
worse than sex sometimes.
Right. I think sometimes, like, granted, it's still wrong and I'll still leave your ass if you fuck somebody. But I think sometimes an emotional relationship with somebody is, like you say, is almost worse because you actually have feelings for that person.
Yeah, like if a girl goes out, gets drunk, and everybody knows when you get drunk sometimes you don't make good decisions, right?
Sure.
And she ends up hooking up with a guy.
I'll only agree with you on that so far because I've had girls be like, "Oh, I only fucked him because I was drunk." Don't care. I've been drunk a lot of times in my life at 37 years old, and I could be puking, crawling drunk. I could still say no to a girl wanting to fuck me.
I could. I've been blacked out pretty bad sometimes.
Have you? Well, I guess some people do. Some people black out don't even remember.
But when you premeditated emotional connection with somebody and you're sneaky about it and you go above and beyond to talk to him or talk to her and to be sneaky about it.
Yep.
I mean, that's bad.
That's a great example. So let's put it this way. You've been texting some guy or some girl for a month now because they're your friends on Facebook and it just kind of is leading into you just talking. And this is why I think emotional stuff is just as bad because you can have an emotional relationship with somebody and never meet them. You're just messaging, texting, Snapchatting, so forth. Well, then you go to a party with your girlfriend, Susie, get to the party. Just so happens this guy that you've been talking to for a month is there. You got a 6-pack in you, got 6-7 beers in you. All of a sudden it's like, oh, this is the guy that I really liked on text message. It was nothing. It's just texting, just some harmless flirting. Then all of a sudden you're in bed with him because you already have that connection
and the
started from a month ago.
Of what could it be?
And you're always thinking that.
Yeah.
Girls and guys, I don't care what guys say. Yeah. Guys think of the same shit. When you meet a girl, like they always say girls are like, the first thing they think of is their last name changing. What would life be like with this dude? I think guys do that a little bit too. If you meet somebody and you're actively looking for a relationship and not just a hookup, right? You think to yourself, how is she with sandwiches?
Yep.
Does she take anal? What,
that's all the fucking checks for my wife. That's the first thing I thought about.
Does she take anal and how's the cheese sandwiches?
Right.
She might not swallow, but she takes it in the fucking ass. So that's the reason why I married her.
There you go. Hey, you compromise. This is what makes relationships work.
Yeah.
So, I think that goes...
well, let me ask you a question. What do you think is worse? A chick that does honestly get really drunk and fucked up and fucks somebody, or a chick that starts off a relationship by text and starts an emotional relationship and then fucks them?
I think that is worse. The second one is worse.
So do I.
Either one of them are grounds for get the fuck out of my house.
That's not a mistake.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you get drunk and sleep with
Even
a guy
though
or whatever, it's a mistake. It still sucks. It's still terrible. This doesn't make it better.
Right.
But that other
I
stuff,
suggest you still should leave that girl.
that's 3 hours compared to 2 months.
Yep.
Right.
Right, of acting.
Yeah. Or a year, or
Right, whatever
who
it
knows
is.
how long.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I think too. I could, if I had to forgive one or the other.
Right. If you had no choice, you could only forgive one of them. I
would forgive that one night she went to the bar, got really fucking drunk and stupid, and fucking got fucked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But if there was proof that she was texting or talking to this guy for a long period of time,
It hurt more.
yeah, it would.
Then it would actually hurt.
It would.
Especially, if you've been with somebody for 3 or 4 years.
Because you're
and
like,
you
oh my
found
God,
out-
how long were you doing this for?
Right.
I'm
then
living
it's
with
not
you.
like granted, I
Right.
just said that there's drunk is no excuse, which I fully believe in. But I think it's a better excuse than we were talking for 3 fucking months and then I fucked him. I think
Right.
it does make a big difference. Sure.
He was there for me.
Number 4 is anger or retribution, which is definitely these are all fucking red flags, regardless,
Yeah.
so long as it's on them and you didn't create this. Some women enter into a relationship with an idealized image of how their spouse should behave.
Yes.
I agree with that. When the partner falls short of expectations and can't meet their every need and desire, at that point, I'm going to stop. At that point is when you decide, maybe this relationship isn't for me.
Right.
But I think people have an issue with self-gratification with social media, and it's so easy to get that serotonin that you need from getting likes on your pictures and shit like that, that when you don't get that, you try to stay with people too long. When this happens, if you're with this is the whole point of dating. And this is why some people, which you listened to it on the show, you knew her personally, but this is the if they don't get what they need, you need to just, if it's not going to, dating is, you hang out with somebody for a couple months, you get to know that person, and then if you keep dating them, or you make it into the next level, if you enjoy being with that person, everything's okay. But I think there's nothing wrong with being with somebody for a couple of months and finding out, it's just no hard feelings. You're just not the girl for me. I don't like who you are. So you break. You're not together, but you break up or whatever.
And you confirm sucks. We're done.
Yeah, and you go on to the next girl. The problem is when you do that to a girl, the first thing they say, you're a fucking whore. Yeah. That's what they call you. You're a whore. Oh, you met me. You talked to me for 2 months. Now you go on to the next girl. Well, kind of, because I got to know you, and maybe there's somebody else out there that's interested in who you are, but I'm not.
Weeks? Can anybody actually judge anything in the first 4 weeks?
Absolutely not. I think it takes 3 months to find out who somebody really is.
Matt, we're all the same. The first 4 weeks, some stuff that we'd probably be like, nah, that's a no-go. Let it slide.
I'm kind of fucked up.
Well, now, but like back in the day.
Oh, when I first met him, he was great to hang out with. Now he's fucking moodier than shit.
Fucking hate you.
Oh, he's fucking miserable all the time.
Right. So it's been how long?
About 3 months.
There you go.
6 months.
But when I met my wife, though, the first night I met her, I knew she was the one. I'm one of those weird people.
Yeah, simp. They call him simps.
No, I wasn't a fucking simp.
Desperate
and I
simp.
dated
Yeah,
a lot of chicks.
When she liked my ass.
No, I dated a lot of chicks before her.
I looked at her fridge and she had Kraft cheese in there,
Irish
or
butter.
Velveeta fucking cheese and Irish butter. I was fucking hooked. I knew it was love at the moment I opened the
fridge and
refrigerator.
I said, "Baby, I love you."
I know it sounds gay and shit like that, but the first night I met my wife,
Yeah, no, it can't sound gay because apparently I'm the gay guy tonight. So
It's not gay unless she's got the dick. You're all right.
I knew she was the one.
Yeah.
And she actually knew I was the one too. We had a little hiccup in the beginning there.
Oh, she was scared. Look how big you are.
Yeah. I'm big, but not in the right places. Though.
So you believe in love at first sight?
I guess at that time, yeah.
I'm not going to disagree with it, but I think a lot of people call it love at first sight. Maybe this is not your situation, but I think a lot of people say, oh, it was love at first sight, when really it was they were too desperate and too insecure with themselves to keep searching for somebody else and tell that person no. So they were like, oh, this'll do. I love this person. And they just move on with it. And that justifies it to their friends that are going, you're moving in after 2 weeks? That was love at first sight. Corey. Oh, okay.
After 3 months.
And Mike calls it, hey, bud, just have your truck ready in about 2 weeks. We're going to start moving Wes out.
Yeah, Dave knew. When I met a new girl, he started cleaning the back of his truck out.
The back of
he knew it won't be too long.
Hey, Dad, where'd I put those moving blankets?
Oh, Wes texts me, says Laura. Lack of excitement. Now, this is your subject, Matt, because
Long
you've talked about how when you've been together with somebody for a certain amount of time, you got to spice it up.
You do.
Yeah, you know those panties that vibrate and you have the remote?
He's got them on now.
Huh? Where's the remote?
Yeah, I left it home. But no, it does. I mean, another example. My wife last week, she's like, "Yeah, we gotta go down to the fucking sex shop store."
Where is there one here now?
Down to Schenectady.
Still in Rotterdam? Under the bridge?
What is that called?
Yeah, we went there a couple times.
Yeah, we've been there. But can't remember what it's called.
Adult World. Adult World. Yeah.
And we go there periodically, and well, now we don't need to buy videos anymore because you can just get them on your fucking phone. But now we go there, and she buys things, and she said last week she's like, "Yeah, we got to go to the store."
Remember Echo Video, the porn section?
Oh yeah, in the back,
and the guy that owned it. How are you? This is a good one.
He had some fucking
titties bouncing plus dicks. This is a good one. Yeah. You have a membership?
He loved when people came in for that. Yeah. Holy fuck!
No, you got to. So I mean, she said that's what she wanted to do. So we're gonna go do that, and you know, that's why we do some red room shit.
She's a squirter.
Yeah, she is too.
Oh Lord. Okay, so that's I mean, you just got to spice things up a little bit.
Number 6 is huge.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Number 6 is huge, man.
Sexual deprivation.
That was probably the closest I ever came to actually cheating.
You get miserable. I get fucking angry.
Yeah, so do I.
If I don't get sex within a week, I'm miserable, and I resent her.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I tell her, and she's like, rolls her eyes like I'm joking. I'm not fucking joking.
Yeah.
I get angry.
We're kind of right there right now because I haven't got laid in 2 fucking weeks, and I'm kind of getting that frustration shit now, and I'm like, dude, we're gonna do it this weekend if she likes it.
And that's how good your relationship is, that you're not thinking
whether she likes it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just like, I need sex.
But no, I mean, there was a time in our marriage where
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
It was long periods of time between sex for whatever, because we were in a kind of a shitty spot and we were fighting a lot and shit.
I have to feel the penis inside
and
me.
you can only jerk off to Raven Riley so many times.
Yeah. So I mean, that was probably the closest I ever came to actually say I'm fucking gonna fuck somebody else. I didn't, but I came probably pretty damn close.
You held off till nacho party. Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I love a good finger bang.
But this actually ties into that one, I think, though, too.
Yeah, you feel lonely.
Because when you're not getting...
You're a victim, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is her fault.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your fault.
Well, actually, it kind of is. I joke, but it kind of like if
Yeah.
one person doesn't want to have sex. Now, what do you do if one partner can't prefer? What if your girl or wife has like an issue,
like a fake leg?
No, that's I'm all about that. I swiped right the other day on a girl that couldn't feel her legs. I swear to God, I said that right in her bio. You could see the handles for the wheelchair behind her. She was hot though.
Yeah,
she was still hot, but
what
it
was
said
your
right
first
in
question?
there.
Do you make motor sounds when I push you?
No, she never fucking. No, she didn't. She didn't fucking match me, the bitch.
No.
Yeah. How bad does that make me feel? Here I'm like, oh, this girl.
Go back up to number 2. What was it? Self-esteem.
Yeah. It didn't fucking help. I had low self-esteem after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely, but she was hot. First of all, I'd give her at least a 7.5, maybe probably an 8.5. And then right in her bio, she said something about just wanting to let you know that I can't feel from the waist down. Honest to God, on everything, I found that attractive. Maybe
she couldn't feel your little penis?
Well, then I didn't have to fuck her, right? So
you really thought it was attractive?
Yes, I did. That's the truth. We joked this whole show, but
I don't know.
When I read that, I think that's a mental issue in me. Like
you think?
Well, and I think it goes along with these girls that are all fucked up, and I feel like I want to help them.
Have you ever been to Four Winds?
How would you help her? How would you help her?
I'd push her wheelchair.
And that's about it.
Dude, I don't know. I think that's so fucking cute. I think, dude, I am dead serious about this. I think it's. I just picture going to an event like Lake George or something like that, walking down the Main Street.
People to think you're a good guy.
Actually,
oh, it is. Like,
actually, Wes.
Dude, her mouth still worked.
Look at that guy over there.
Just because she couldn't feel from her waist down, but her mouth still worked.
I can understand what you're.
No, she wasn't retarded.
I understand what you're talking about because that's why I'm friends with you. Because I
thought that was a tax rebate.
Because I feel good when I hang out with you. I help you.
Close parking.
Yeah.
He doesn't get close parking with me. He parks out the opposite end of the fucking parking lot. Dude, I swear to God, I thought that was attractive. I really, honest to God, thought she, like, when I read that, it went up a number. I instantly
You
swiped
would
right.
do that, but you wouldn't fuck a little plumpy chick.
Nope. I couldn't tell you why. I don't know why I'm born. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I was just fucking bored with it.
I was born this way.
Oh, man.
Start playing the Lady Gaga song for you.
Dude, if I could change it, I would change myself to love fucking 500-pound women and just be with whoever I wanted. Like, it wouldn't be an issue, but I can't change it. It's just what I am. But for some reason, it helps that girl was really attractive anyway.
Yeah.
And all her shit matched all the shit. Like, she's into bonfires, country music, all the shit that I'm into.
Dancing.
Yeah, beers. She wasn't much into dancing, but but it was really I was like genuinely like I wanted to swipe right on this chick, but it also helped that she was the fucking bitch never matched me. Dude, you don't have fucking legs. What more do you want? I have legs. I can let you use my legs. I will push your wheelchair. What the fuck do you want?
She's like, what a simp.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Desperate fuck. If he's gonna swipe right on me with no fucking legs, I don't want nothing to do with him.
Oh my God,
that's the truth. That is an absolute 100 on my life. That is a true story on Bumble. That was on, and I swiped right and everything. And to this day, I if anybody knows her, let me know. I just let her know that I'm in love.
Was she from around here?
Well, within. You know, because you set the thing within 20 miles.
Driving distance or whatever?
Yeah, you probably been in like Troy or
you have to get the wheelchair
Clifton
van
Park or something like that.
You have to get a wheelchair van, though.
You have to trade the truck in.
She could. Bullshit. She can ride in the back.
Put some rag strap down in the back.
No, it wasn't one of them. It wasn't a Riri wheelchair.
Oh, what the fuck was that movie? Freddie got
It was an
fingered?
actual one.
Don't worry, babe. I got a landscape trailer.
What the fuck was that movie? Freddie got fingered?
Can we get a new car, honey? No, I like pushing you.
Remember
I
that
got some
movie
ratchet
Freddie
straps.
got fingered with Tom Green?
Kind of. I watched it years
Daddy,
ago.
would you like some sausages?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And he was dating a girl that was in a
My
wheelchair.
bum is on the gum.
And
My bum is on the gum.
Yeah,
I
she
can blow
wanted
a
him
bubble
to
with my
fucking
bum
smack her
bum.
legs with the fucking cane whip or whatever and shit like
Oh,
that.
I would do that at
What
party
happened
tricks.
to him, man? He fell off the face of the earth.
I would have taken her to parties and like lit her hair on her legs on fire because she wouldn't know she has hair. Well, she would. She could still see. She wasn't blind. She's just paralyzed, dude.
Do not match with Wes. If you listen to this show, he's fucked up.
I'm kind of glad talking like this. I'm kind of glad she didn't.
So was she.
I don't know if humor was one of her things that she wanted, or like dark humor, but we wouldn't have worked out if she wasn't into jokes about being paralyzed, because I wouldn't have let her go on it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Well, I don't even.
That's
know.
great. I don't even have.
I don't even know what to say after that. But yeah, that's that story. That was probably 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. I've cried ever since. Yeah. If I could find a paralyzed blind chick, dude, you guys would never hear from me again.
Yeah.
I'd be gone. Love.
A paralyzed blind chick.
Yeah.
Let me ask, where would you take her on a honeymoon?
You can tell her anywhere.
To the beach.
You hear the ocean?
She'll never know. You can drive around for like 2 hours and be like, we're somewhere.
Dude, I could take her to the backyard, just go.
You pinch your arm. Damn crabs.
Boy, the waves are beautiful here this time of year.
Dolphin.
Sure.
Oh, look at that.
Fucking lawnmower. Neighbor starts a lawnmower up. I'd be fucked. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I'm on my honeymoon.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, it's whatever. I think it was like Samantha or something like that, or Sarah. It started with an S. Either way, I'm glad we wouldn't have worked, because you would have been probably in tears after hearing this.
Poor girl.
I don't even know what to say after that. What a fucking scumbag piece of shit.
Insecure attachment style. What's
Yes,
that mean?
on the number 8, insecure attachment style. Attachment theory suggests that early childhood relationships influence how we perceive and behave in our intimate relationships as adults, depending on the care and nurturing or lack thereof.
Does that mean daddy troubles? Is that what that means?
I do agree. I do believe
That's true.
that one receives a child, they fall into one of 3 attachment styles as adults: secure, having well-adjusted expectations and approaches to relationships; anxious, exhibiting fear of abandonment. Well, I believe that's my
that's
style.
yours.
That's me. I'm always
Yep.
afraid that they're going to cheat, lie, whatever. Or avoidant, which I would
Is
also
yours
say
too.
is mine because
of what
when
you've been.
I'll meet somebody, I'll start to think that they're going to cheat, they're going to lie to me, so then I avoid it and I push them away.
You started at secure and then it ended up being avoidant because you've been.
I think those two are kind of one and the same, really.
And fucked up.
Preferring to retain their independence from others. People who identify with anxious and avoidant attachment styles are more likely to display characteristics that interfere with a healthy romantic relationship. Yeah, I think that's a big one. That's a reason to cheat. You know, you get anxious, then you start to avoid them. I haven't done this yet, but I guess I could see how somebody could. And then you start to fuck around with other people. You start to get your the correct attachment style, or so you think, from another person, I guess. But yeah, so that's number 8. That's pretty solid, I think. Midlife crisis.
Yep, that's a big one.
Yeah,
that's a lot of marriages.
Do you think so?
There.
I feel like this is more of a lesser one than the other ones.
I think you've been with somebody for 30 years, and then all of a sudden somebody's showing you the attention that your husband showed you 30 years ago, and now you're like, oh, I missed that kind of thing. I think that happens a lot in America.
Right. Well,
like, you know what they say in America? It's like, oh, she's married. And it's like, when does that matter anymore?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
how fun would hockey be if there was no goalies? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
right. That's good. That's a good way to look at it.
While midlife crises generally affect people between the ages of 35 and 60, the event has less to do with the age than extenuating circumstances. Major life events such as the death of a parent or a milestone birthday may trigger a midlife crisis in a woman.
It's like a job. Like you do something for the same thing for 15 years. You're like, I just need something different. Even if it's not a better job.
Or you may even like
it's just
the job.
Different,
you just need something else.
So like these people will go and cheat on their significant other with somebody that's not even as good looking as your wife or husband, but it's different. Right? It's just and then the next thing you know, you're like, the grass isn't green on the other side.
I'm glad you said that. Do you think the grass is ever greener on the other side? I think there is situations.
No, I think
people
sometimes,
are like, oh, the grass is never greener on the other side. I think there really is sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think you got to be going through something. You got to have some type of an issue with the relationship to find the grass greener on the other side.
Right.
I concur.
To make it work, you concur?
Yep.
I like that word.
Yeah, concur. Yeah.
Number 10, an underlying condition such as
being paralyzed from the waist down and can't see.
Just getting sick of pushing this fucking wheelbarrow everywhere. Next place I'm pushing you is down the stairs, motherfucker. If you're listening to this, Samantha, Sarah, Sally, whatever your name was, I did not. This is, there's a lot we talk about in this show.
It's all for show.
Right. Smoke and mirrors. A lot of entertainment here, and I would never push you down the wheelbarrow. In fact, I wouldn't push you at all. According to Block, depression and infidelity go hand in hand. An affair is exciting, so much so that the brain can begin to pump out dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin.
Oh, good job.
Neurotransmitters we produce. I'm not too bad at reading. Sometimes when I've been drinking, though, I'll really start.
No, I've heard you drinking before in the show.
Yeah, I'll start
you're like,
words. Yeah. Neurotransmitters we produce when we're attracted to someone, but which, not so coincidentally, are the same chemicals produced when we take antidepressants. In other words, a woman who cheats could be self-medicating through their infidelity, even if they don't realize the true reason behind their
take
pleasure.
10 right the fuck out of there.
I don't know.
Stupid.
I don't know, because I see this. I'm not saying it's right, but I do see what's... So if cheating and getting attention from someone else gives you these type of neurotransmitters and they fuck with your serotonin levels and all that, I could see, again, I'm not saying it's right, but I could see how it can fuck up your mental capacity.
I mean, that's a great excuse.
And it's just an excuse. You're right. Yeah. That's all it is. But it fucks up the chemicals in your brain, so it physically feels good mentally, if that makes sense, to cheat, because it's filling you with these. It's no different. So in other words, what I guess what I'm getting at, and what I think what they're getting at is, cheating is almost the same, is the equivalent of taking antidepressants if you're in that stage, because they both raise your serotonin levels.
You raise your chamomile levels.
Your what?
Your chamomile levels.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Opportunity seems pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah,
I mean, if you have the opportunity to do it, you're more than likely to do it. I guess few acts of infidelity are premeditated, asserts, which is what we talked about. I think if you talk to somebody for 2 or 3 or 4 months before you fuck them, I think it's almost worse, because then it's premeditated. Just like with a murder case, premeditated murder is always worse than just you fucking killed somebody.
Right.
They feel down, and another person in a similar boat crosses their path. They start commiserating, and then it moves on from there. She adds, people in this situation usually can't explain the reason behind their infidelity. It sort of just happens, even though, really, there are specific moments of truth that can make or break the potential.
And you're also thinking, she'll never find out. He'll never find out.
Right.
What's the big deal? It's just sex, right?
I think differently, though. I think they are thinking that, like you said, but I think, in my mind, I think everybody always gets caught. You know, it's funny. You hear these stories all the time. I don't have any as an example, but you hear these people that, like, go to Texas for a fucking week, fuck somebody, come back to New York. And it's like, it's so weird. It's such a small world. It's like, oh yeah, that guy you fucked was like the third cousin to my best friend's husband.
Right.
And it, you know, like that shit always gets found out. You might think it doesn't, but it always gets found out. It's
I
weird.
tried calling you when they said that you were with your wife or whatever.
Yeah. There's always weird situations like that happen. Matt, anything to say? You after the paralyzed talk, he said something.
No, I mean, these ones are
car.
just kind of like, I don't.
Yeah.
They're kind of bullshit excuses. Like he was.
Well, I agree. They're all.
I mean,
I don't know
if
if
you're
they're
looking
bullshit.
to raise your dopamine shit, fucking spice shit up a little bit. Go to the fucking sex toy store and fucking find some and shit like that. To me,
I think the trick is if you're unhappy, if any of them 12 things are going on in your relationship, you should reevaluate whether it's the right relationship for you.
But to me, a lot of these sounds like in the beginning, half of those fucking things shouldn't even apply. If they apply to you in the first 2 or 3 months of dating someone, then you're a fucking whore. Get the fuck out. You just want dick. But a lot of this seems to me seems like these are like issues you're going to have going farther into your relationship, like if you're married.
In other words, they're only going to get worse. If they're happening now, this is only going to get worse.
So you might as well just fucking leave. But I mean, obviously, you go farther in a relationship. I mean, me and my wife, we're kind of at that point where we're just trying to spice shit up, and that's what we do. But we talk about it, and we fucking fix it, you know? Instead of going around, or I feel lonely, or not lonely. What was some of those last ones or whatever?
I know.
Yeah, those last three just sound like good excuses I would have used.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're not, I don't think they're real. I think everything comes from the self-esteem.
Levels were low, so I wanted to go cheat on you. Fuck you.
Well, in reality, I think all 12 of them are excuses because, and it kind of goes with what I was just saying, like, or what we were all just saying. I think it's, if it comes to that stage, you have to start deciding, is this the relationship for me? Because if you don't do that and then you just cheat because of one of those reasons, it's not now you're just using it as an excuse, like you say.
I think out of all those ones on there, the only one to me that would make it possible for me to cheat would be a lack of fucking sex.
Yeah, that's a number one.
Oh,
after a certain time.
For men, that's for men.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because I brought the wheelchair thing up because of that. But the truth of it is I really did have a question about that and wanted to see what your guys' thoughts were on what if you're with somebody for 10 years and you are actually really, truly in love, you get in a car accident, something happens. The whole reason that came up is because I was thinking that, but they can't have sex with you anymore. What do you do? I couldn't see myself leaving a woman. If I've been with her for that long and we're truly actually in love and really cared about her, we got in an accident, all of a sudden she couldn't.
What if you couldn't?
Or vice versa, right?
What would you
I
do
would
if
hope
you
that she
couldn't
wouldn't
do
leave
it?
me because what if I can't fuck her? And there's dudes with like ED. There's problems out there in the world that it's nothing to do with them. It just, well, it is to do. It's not their fault though. It's like they can't control it. Trust me, they're probably just as upset about not being able to fuck you as you are about them not being able to fuck you.
Yeah.
So do you think that's grounds for leaving that person or cheating on that person? I think that's kind of a fucked up situation.
No, that's different.
But like you say, lack of sexual performance is a big thing for you.
But if it's by choice, because when a wife does it or a husband does it by choice, then it's not also lack of sex. It's
lack of mental sex.
Well, not only that, but now you're disgruntled.
Yes.
Where if it's because of a medical condition,
if you
it's different.
If you just cut it off, yes. But say, like in your example, your chick that's paralyzed from the waist down.
Your chick.
If she really loves you.
He does this to me too. And I know he's joking, right? And he didn't mean to do that. But he'll do that. Like, I'll meet a girl on Bumble and he'll start calling her my girlfriend from then on. It's like, oh my God.
But your chick that's paralyzed from the waist down, there's nothing saying if she really loves you, she'd be like, fucking throw a shit ton of lube in there and go at it. It's your own fucking live pocket pussy. And vice versa.
It'd be funny if you just got caught in the moment.
Well,
you just be like, yeah, you like that? You like that?
And she's like, I don't know.
She'd be like, yeah.
And vice versa, though.
That would fuck me up more because I'd be like, you like? She'd go, yeah. And I'd be like, you fucking lying bitch. You don't know.
And vice versa, though. If you were paralyzed from the waist down, you couldn't get it up. They make fucking pumps and shit. You telling me you want to get a pump put in for your wife? To fucking have her just sit on it for you? Even though you couldn't fucking feel it? I would still would. If I loved my wife, I'd be like, yeah, pump it up.
Because I like to go down, so
I do too.
Yeah.
So this is a great question. A lot of times when we have parties, it came up on the show many episodes ago, and I still use this question to this day when people show up at the parties here and whatever. Foreplay or sex? You can only pick one. Dave, what do you
Foreplay.
pick? And I agree.
Foreplay.
And this is a perfect example. Why? Because situations like this, if you couldn't fuck, if your dick didn't work or her puss didn't work or some fucking thing happened, you could still do a lot. Well, if her puss didn't work, my tongue ain't gonna do nothing for her. But
how does her puss not work?
Maybe it fell off. I don't know. It was a bad accident. I don't know.
The wheelchair rolled down the hill and
now I got an oak tree growing out of it. It's like it's fucked up. I don't know. This is kind of it makes me realize why foreplay is so important. There's a lot of shit you can do other than sex that's still fun.
Yeah,
dude. Imagine a chick gonna feel from the waist down. You could fucking tear her asshole up, and she'll never fucking know. You wouldn't even need fucking lube for it.
Yeah, but you'd have to get a towel because she couldn't.
Who the fuck? Shh, don't say anything to her, but it'd be fucking great though.
Jesus Christ, Matt. She's a fucking person.
Yeah, just because she's paralyzed doesn't mean she's a fucking doll.
What's all that blood from? Nothing.
Fuck out of here.
My fucking car. I needed to fix
as far
my
as that
damn
goes,
car.
You imagine the parties I could take her to? Just cut her
my
leg off
God.
to make people laugh, and she wouldn't even know.
You ever hear of the natural party?
Oh no, you can bend her over something and she wouldn't even know. You can have a little glory hole and she get fucked in the ass and she'll never know by like 100 guys. I'm telling you.
When you said that, dude, I pictured putting her over chest first on a coffee table and her legs just doing this.
But you have to look like this.
Just dangling.
It'd be like,
He'd fucking
How
slam.
you doing tonight, babe? Oh, I'm good. It's not really comfortable though, leaning over this, but yeah, but she
until she sees you over there with a camera.
Yeah, you got like 100 guys
Wait, what are
fucking
you
in the
doing
ass.
over
She'll
there?
never know because she won't feel it.
And
Hold
you're
on to
wet-
the other
you're
side of
wet
the
by-
table. Honey, you're not going to be able to use your feet. You're going to have to hold on to the other side of the table.
Your feet are just.
Oh
my God. Go to hell.
Instead of using lube, you use a little bit of peanut butter on it.
Well, I'll tell you, one of my favorite positions is when a girl is laying on her back and she's got her legs straight out like that, and you're fucking her. She can't do that. I didn't think about that before I swiped
She
right.
probably could do that.
You got to hold
Yeah, but they're like, they're like Jello. You know what I mean? They do go out if you put them there, but
it looked like we get at Birdies.
Of course, like Matt, according to Matt, you can just do it. Fucking.
Jesus Christ!
Just fucking push her leg down.
If Samantha ever texts you back, don't let her meet Matt.
No.
Jesus Christ!
Oh
that
Lord,
poor girl.
He said we had to get a little bit more raunchier. So,
we're there.
Hey.
Yeah, we hit it.
We're there. We went past raunchy to fucking murder, rape, and fucking whatever.
Saw 12.
Yeah, Saw 12. So I think we got to do, and again, we kind of got rid of the would you rathers, but I feel like since when we have a guest, it's kind of nice because we've done enough of these questions that we've used them over and over again. They're getting kind of boring. But with a guest, I think it's cool to see their opinion on what they would think of some of them. So I feel like we should do. Do you think so, Matt?
I don't give a fuck. Fuck the
Almost drank that right out of the bottle. We're getting there.
Fuck the handicap chick in the ass and she'll never feel it.
Try it.
Pour a little in here, buddy.
Thank you, Dave, for bringing that. I appreciate it. He brought us, I said
I'm not a
earlier,
whiskey
Iron Smoke
person.
Bourbon Whiskey, and I really appreciate it. It's kind of nice. That's a nice
a
little
little more
gift to
than
go
a
with
little
to go with the studio here.
It's good. It's smooth.
Do you think? I thought it smelled good, Matt. You don't? You think? Oh, you're just saying the roughness of liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. It's not horrible. I don't think. Jesus, it's a sipping whiskey.
It's good, right?
No, it's actually.
It's actually.
Somebody messaged me the other day. I don't know if it was Dan or Tate or somebody messaged me and said that they said, and not in a mean way, they were like being nice about it. They were like, I love when Matt breathes during a sentence. They said because he gets so hyped up and so excited about it.
Sounds like Barry White.
Yeah, he's like just talking. He goes, and then he goes on with it. He says, I always, and this is the truth. He
Like
was like,
somebody's just plugging his nose.
yeah. He was like, I know when to pay attention because I hear that. And I took it like he was being serious. Like he was like, I know it's going to be something good.
Yeah.
Because he's like winding up for this to get the rest of it out.
Well,
And
we got a lot of good shit in this one.
Oh, yeah. This
Fucking handicap chicks.
That was good. That was true, though, but it was good.
I'm waiting for the cops to pull in soon.
Oh, they'll be here. Would you rather have sex in a pool or in the sand? This one can go for all of us because we haven't done this one yet.
Sometimes the pool feels like the sand.
I think me and Mike did it back in like episode 4.
I've done it in the. I'd rather do the pool.
Here's my thing. Either one of them, I'm not a shower sexer because I think it's so wet that it almost takes away from the feeling and the enjoyment. And plus, you get like that.
Did you ever get like a blowjob in the shower?
Yeah, it's
it doesn't feel the same as it would be.
Your dick's already wet.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So especially that initial penetration, which is my fucking favorite.
The initial.
I don't
all you
care.
have.
Yes, the initial. When you first put your dick in a girl, that fucking feel. And I've had girls tell me that's their favorite
like,
too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's so. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, like girls do. But when you, dude, I can't even hold it back. When I first put it in, it's like, oh my God. Like, holy fuck.
Oh, yay.
Tell me that doesn't feel like a cock.
And it feels good.
Yeah.
And girls have told me the same thing. That is their favorite part of sex is when that first initial. Just
Well,
when
I
you
have to say pool because sand is more cleanup afterwards.
Yeah. Sand,
yes, and I think the sand has, like, I've done it on the beach before, and no matter what you do to avoid that,
everywhere.
Right, you end up with
For
just
days.
sand all over.
For days.
Just got a text.
Really? From who? What?
All our koozies are done.
Yes, the koozies are done.
Yes, they are.
Thank you, Stacy. So, yep, cool. That's the good news. Koozies are done for the show on the 25th at 3 p.m. at the Two Brothers Pizza Shop in Saugerties, New York.
Hey, you didn't do your advertisement.
No, I put that in after.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I put it in after.
Can I say something about your advertisement?
Yes. It's getting old.
At the end,
yeah,
when you and Mike laugh in rhythm
Mm-hmm.
about I can't stop. I'm like, they gotta stop that. When it's like,
Well, we're gonna
or they'll kick you out. You're never gonna listen to it again to say.
So we did 2 of them, and well, we did a bunch of them. He picked those 2, and we've used them for 10. He bought 2 spots. There are 10 spots on the show, so I've done 10 episodes. Well, 34. This is 43. 30. Next episode will be the last one, and that'll actually be the last one we're going to be going to the show before that. So it'll work out perfect.
Nice.
And if he wants to continue it, I'll do some new ones because Mike isn't in the show anymore and stuff, and just for the newness of it anyway, I want to change that up a little bit. Right. So after 10 of them, it's the same fucking thing over time, or you know. So pool or sand, I would take the pool, even though I'm not huge on pool sex or shower sex or any of that, because like we just said, it does actually feel different. It's too wet. I think it can be too wet, and it just takes away from the feeling of it's too awkward. I'm gonna go though. I'm still gonna go with that though, because I think that is a better option than. I guess the way I look at it, if you're fucking on the beach, you get sand in you. You have to go home, take a shower, get that all off, then you can finish fucking. If you're in the shower and it's not working, it's like, all right, babe, let's get out of here, dry off, go into bed. Simple.
Well, the sand for a guy is not as bad as the sand. Imagine getting a bunch of sand all up in your fucking puss and shit.
Or
like
your asshole.
that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You ever have sand in your asshole?
Well, my asshole's normally closed.
I had sex in the field once and had Queen's Anne's lace.
Oh,
what is that?
So it's like poison ivy.
Yeah.
But
Oh
it's
my
bad.
God.
And
in your ass?
So the girl had it on her ass and her legs.
Oh, the
and I
girl.
had it
Okay.
on
There was a
my
girl there?
inside. Huh?
There was a girl there?
Yeah, she was holding the camera. So I had my legs down, and my legs got it. My balls got it. It was bad.
Ooh.
It was
That's
really
horrible.
bad. Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, so I'd
She
rather
have-
do sand than that. I'll tell you that.
She have it on her face afterwards? Did she have it on her face?
No, she was holding the camera.
Oh, that's right. We said
Yep.
that. Matt, you got one?
I didn't even fucking look.
You don't
listen
have
me
to.
all the
I
time.
literally never read these. I just pick one out and read it, regardless of what it is. They're all dumb.
All right, would you rather have morning
I was
sex
just
or
gonna
late
say.
night
I was just gonna
sex?
say, what about 23? Just went right to it.
Morning sex or late night sex?
Morning.
Which one is it, Wes? Which
Late
one would you
night.
rather fucking have?
I can't perform.
Fucking tell
in the
me right
morning.
now.
Really?
And that sucks because a lot of girls prefer morning sex.
I'm hard
From
to
what I
rock in the
understand.
Yes.
Yeah, I
but
can't.
The
No,
only thing that sucks
I'm
about
too like I'm not awake yet. I'm like I can't concentrate
I'm hard
on.
as fuck in the morning, but the only thing that scares me sometimes when I do have morning sex, I don't know if I'm coming or pissing. Because you got to piss like a son of a bitch, and you don't know which one you're going to be doing. It's like, oh, fuck, I hope this is cum right now.
Has it ever not been cum though? Has it ever?
Yeah, I was just saying, how many times has it been the other way?
I guess I can understand that. Well, and that's kind of part. Like I wake up, I'm groggy. I'm not 100% awake yet. You know what I mean? I gotta piss. My fucking, you know, my breath is horrible. Not that I get, but like,
have you
I
ever
don't
noticed
kiss. I don't,
if
I
you
don't
get
kiss
drunk,
during morning sex.
if you get
can't.
drunk the next morning when I'm hungover, I'm horny for some reason.
Yep.
I've
I'm
met
always
girls.
so
I'm not
horny.
picking on you, but people do that because I've had a couple of girls I've been with. They said with a hangover sex, they said they when they wake up hungover, they're horny.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know why that. That's a
I
good
don't know
question.
if my wife is. Just normally after a good night, like her birthday party. Well, no, not. I was pissed that night. So no.
Well, that's because I'm around. Usually when I'm around.
Did you?
Huh?
You didn't even go to bed that night, did you?
No, barely.
Yeah.
Not that night, but like there's been parties where we partied, we fucked for a good amount of time at night. I'll roll over. I don't even care if she wants it. I'll just fucking roll her over. So I'm fucking sticking in you right now, bitch, if you wanted it.
I wish you were around for that night. You would have had fun over his place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that stopped over that you know.
Oh, who's that? We'll talk later. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll talk later.
I don't know. I can't say. You know though.
Yeah.
You know who it is.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
Well, how long are you here till?
Me, I'm forever. This is where I live now.
Fucking you, Dick. I don't like you right now.
Why?
I can't tell who you're
What
looking
did
at.
I
trying
do?
to make new friends.
You're doing fine. What? How am I fucking that up? You're doing
I'm
a
here.
good job.
I'm here to Sunday morning.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, what do you gotta do tomorrow? Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? Actually, we're having a bonfire at my parents. You should come down.
Oh, I was gonna say come to my house to have a bonfire.
Oh yeah.
You want to come with me?
Where?
You'd like his dad, actually. His dad's
Yeah.
a fucking blast too.
Yeah.
He'll bust your balls all night. He's great.
I'm gonna bring my wife.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, of course you can bring her.
my
I
dad
don't-
just called
He
it
said that
canceled.
like
No,
he says that like his dad's gonna be like no wives, no fucking
No
wives.
wives. Yeah.
Are they up here?
Colony.
Not
I don't
far.
want to go into colony. I don't go to colony.
Well, I don't want to come
You're
up
not
here.
doing.
then.
You're not doing
I
very
thought you
good
were
at making
from up
friends.
I am from up here. Yeah. But now I don't.
Would all your parents move back into the colony?
Yeah, my parents actually lived right on Thompson's Lake, and now they moved down to Colony.
Who does that?
People that don't want to take care of the winters.
His parents.
Yeah.
Where in colony?
Well, it's not.
Don't
We're
tell
not.
me now.
Yeah,
Tell
I'll
me
tell you
later.
later. I'll tell you later. Yeah.
What's the address, Dave?
Yeah.
So we know how to get there.
It's by Disney World.
And so does the other 15,000 people that are listening.
Come on down, guys.
Oh fuck!
Just don't bring your wife.
Dave, you got. What do you got?
What do you got? As he scrolls up and down real fast, that you can't see.
Yeah.
What do you got?
What do you got? I got
Pick one,
I got
Dave.
Caesar.
Jesus.
I know I'm going to need a fucking cigarette soon.
Would you rather? Well, that's a stupid one. We've done that before. Would you rather take nudes or send nudes? Of course, I'd rather get them.
Yeah.
That's kind of. Oh, would you rather go back to my place or your place? Say you met a girl at a bar, you were single, either one of you. Would you rather go to her place or have her come back to your place?
I'd rather come back to mine.
Is my wife home?
Would you? Oh my
That
god!
might have a little to do with it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a big.
I don't like. I'm a homebody, so I'm like go back to my place. I don't like waking up somewhere else. I don't know where I am.
My thing is with that, if I wake somewhere up where somewhere I'm not, I understand how that can be uncomfortable, but I can just get in my truck and go. If you bring a girl back sometimes, and we talked about it in an earlier episode, sometimes they won't leave.
See, the way I look at it, though, is at least I'm in my house, so I don't have to worry about their boyfriend coming in.
Or their kid.
Or you do, and now you have to worry about them knowing where you live.
Well, unless he fucking knows where the fuck you live. But if some random chick you met at a bar, he ain't gonna fucking know where you live.
That's true. Yeah, I could see that's
Then
a
you go
good one
back
either
there,
way.
then
So
you
I had a
gotta worry
buddy.
about-
I had a buddy that hooked up with this MILF, and it was probably 2 years ago.
Do I know the buddy or not?
Yeah, you know him.
I like
And he hooked up with her, and the next morning he woke up, and her kid came and crawled in bed with them.
Oh boy.
And he's like, moved over. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that'd be a little weird.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
So that's why you go home.
Yep.
That's why you go to your place.
Yeah, that would make a difference. If she had kids, I'd definitely bring her to my place over.
She never said anything about having kids either.
So he didn't even know.
She didn't even know.
So he might have been thinking like me. Oh fuck it, this is great. I'll go to her place. I could just leave whenever I want in the morning.
Right.
Never talk to her again if need be.
No, you're playing Legos.
But then now all of a sudden you have a son. Yeah, you're playing Legos.
Yeah, you're playing Legos. Yep.
I got one. Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Would you rather watch me masturbate or have me watch you masturbate?
Oh, we've done this, but I'm glad. That's a good question for you.
So what's the question?
Would you rather watch me? Basically, would you rather watch me or Matt masturbate, or would you rather us watch you masturbate?
Or you masturbate or have your partner or watch your partner?
Well, I'd rather watch my partner masturbate.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's easy. So let's go back to let's make this a little harder on.
Oh, let's make it gay.
You're right. yeah. Let's put more cock involved.
Well, I'd rather watch Wes masturbate because if he's fucking a handicapped chick, technically he's really masturbating because she can't feel anything.
No different than putting it between the mattress, right?
Yeah. So you fuck her.
God, babe, you're built like a fucking mattress. You're built like a fucking Sealy
Start calling
Posturpedic.
you Serta.
First name Sealy, last name Posturpedic.
I like number 4.
What's your sleep number, Matt?
All right, so if we're making it gay,
well, not. I mean, I didn't really think of it that way, but
how else would you think about it? I said something about my partner, and you're like, "Let's get interested." What the fuck does that mean?
Well, I guess it just puts you more on the spot. Would you rather watch Matt masturbate or have him watch you, or me, or whatever? Because that just makes it harder to answer that way.
Well,
because if you bring up, "Hey, would you rather watch your wife masturbate?" Of course, every one of us would be like, "Oh, I'd rather watch my wife."
Matt says he doesn't take but 2 minutes, so I'd rather watch Matt masturbate and have 2 cheese sandwiches and talk about it.
There you go.
It makes a hell of a cheese sandwich. He has Velveeta and everything.
Velveeta, put a little Gouda cheese on there. Smoke Gouda, you're good.
Awesome. We got any more? I'm just going to scroll down quick, do one of these deals, and we'll pick one from there.
Would you rather try nipple clamps or choking?
Choking.
Choking?
I had, actually, Pee-wee. We haven't talked about Pee-wee in a long time. I didn't like the whole. I wasn't actually clamps, but it was like biting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like
and I didn't like it. It was too much. It took my mind. Stop! It was like I was getting stung. It was too. It took.
Were
you know
you
what it
biting
did?
her or was she biting you?
We both. Pee-wee likes to be bitten, but I do not.
I don't like being bitten either.
This got very difficult. The whole Pee-wee thing is getting very difficult.
My wife likes to be bit. I'll bite her, but I don't like being bit.
Really? Yeah, my wife.
Yeah. Pee-wee likes to be bit. I do not bite. You know what it does? It takes my mind off of the task at hand. I can't, like, it hurts so much. I was like, ow, like, my dick was like,
and you're trying to be a man about it. You're like,
yeah, that doesn't hurt at all. Like, you're holding back tears.
But
It's
what
just
gets
fucked
me
up.
though, like when my wife is like, she's like, bite me, so I'll bite her nipples. She's like, harder, so I do. That's too fucking hard. Like, I don't know what's hard and what's not hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like my nipples touched at all.
Imagine a paralyzed girl that was into toe shit. Like, she wanted you to lick her toes and stuff. Like,
You can't feel it.
why?
Why would she want you to lick her toes, though? She doesn't
Right,
feel
that's
it.
exactly my point. Like,
Just watching you do it?
Why even fucking bother? You just want to, right, you want to see it happen?
Now you just made this weird. I don't know.
Imagine.
I won't even let anybody touch my nipples. Like,
period?
Even if
Like a
girls
girl
like will
licking
try
them?
to kiss my nipple, I don't like it, man.
Really?
I could take pain.
I'm like that
You
with my
could be
belly
chopping
button.
fingers off. I won't tell you a thing.
Yep.
And then you touch my nipples, I'll tell you fucking everything. That's it. I'll tell you everything.
Oh,
So
Kelly Clarkson.
hopefully there's no terrorists listening to this. But yeah, I'll tell you everything.
Yeah, okay. I understand that. I don't understand about the nipples because it doesn't bother me so much, but I get it because like a girl will like start licking the whole, like doing the start on my nipples, and that doesn't bother me. And then she'll like run her tongue down your, and then she like gets to the belly button. They always put their fucking tongue in your belly. It's like, get the
dirty.
Get the fuck out. Like, I keep my shit
My
clean.
asshole's probably cleaner than my
lick that
belly
right
button.
now, bitch.
Yeah,
Lick
well,
it.
I mean, I do the whole
Fucking
cleaning
lick
thing,
that
but it's
right
like
now.
that's still weird.
That's
Don't
weird.
put your tongue in my belly button.
Yeah.
Get that sand out of there from the fucking beach. Lick it.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's because she was paralyzed and she couldn't move down more. She just stayed.
It's as far as you can get. Push my wheelbarrow. Push me back. My fucking wheelbarrow.
Pull me up. You gotta control me.
Dude, if I had a parallels girl, listen, this is so great. I have so many ideas for you, honey. I can't wait till you match on Bumble with me. If I had a paralyzed girlfriend, I would. So if we had bonfires out back, we were all partying and shit, she should be in her chair all day and it'd be great. That's okay. People would understand because she had a disability.
You would fuck her with her feet on fire.
No, dude, I'd move her. I didn't let everybody go out to the fire. Dude, I'd move her over to a wheelbarrow. Bring her out to the fucking fire on a wheelbarrow. How cool would that be? I think it would be cool. You guys are looking at me like this is not cool. Dude, I think that would
Samantha, don't do it.
I've never wanted to.
I'm really starting to question our fucking friendship.
I'd be careful. I'd be careful.
If we like I said about Lake George pushing around, could you imagine seeing a guy pushing his fucking paralyzed chick around the wheelbarrow up in Lake George?
Why would you be in Lake George if you're paralyzed? Hey, honey, swim.
Well, they still do not.
Look at her struggle.
Shark coming, you won't feel the first half.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I think that would be funny. I just hope to meet a paralyzed chick with the sense of humor I got.
She better have a fucking great sense of humor.
Yeah.
How much longer?
Okay, we're done.
I need a fucking cigarette.
2 hours. We're at one. Actually, we're doing all right. We're doing 1 hour and 48 minutes. And I've actually had a couple of people tell me your episodes have been short lately. Do we want to start doing 1.5 hours, or do we want to just stick at 2 hours?
I think we were actually kind of talking about this earlier.
Now remember the big ones, like Joe Rogan's doing 3.5 hours.
Well, good. He's also fucking making $10 million fucking dollars an episode, so he can.
And he's got like celebrities.
He has like real people on his show.
Dave's a celebrity.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Don't worry, I have feelings like a paralyzed girl.
Yeah. But no, I think if we do like an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes, and then at the very end we recap the next week's show, that'll give us almost 2 hours.
Yeah, but we never know what's going to happen on the next week's show.
Because that's why we got to be more fucking prepared.
I don't know. I almost think that's what's great about your show.
Is not being prepared?
Yeah.
I think so too. I think it's part of it. It's hard to take.
It's hard to do what you do that it does the planet.
Well, it's the thing, and here's the thing. I want to try to. Matt's part of the show now since Mike left, so I want to take his opinion seriously and do what he wants to do as well. But it's hard, right? I don't a lot because for 40-something episodes, we've done it a certain way, and people like that. So now all of a sudden at episode 43, when Matt comes, like we can't just change the format of everything.
I'm not saying we got to change.
Well, we can, but like people listen to the show for the way that we are.
Dude,
why change that?
Yeah, but you have to adapt because when you first started this, you didn't know what you were getting into or how to do it. If you find better ways, just because you've done it one way doesn't mean
it's still a 2 hour fucking show.
So you try it for 2 or 3 episodes, and if it doesn't work, you go back to the old way, right?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
It's still a 2 hour show. I just feel sometimes we're reaching for shit towards the end.
Yeah, no, I'm talking
right now,
more.
I think we have this episode.
I think this episodo's been real smooth. Actually, one of the smoother ones, I think.
Because my dick was on your forehead. That's why.
That doesn't even make sense. Somebody's reaching.
Is he crying?
I mean more so like the being organized and shit. I think, like you said, part of the show that people have come to like is just the craziness and how it's just a conversation, a bullshit conversation. I think if you add too much organization into it, it becomes like every other show.
Well, then you fucking
when we grew up and hung out, right?
Huh?
Then you edit that.
You fucking do it then.
You just fucking
fucker then. If you
when we hung out back in the day, we were like 6 o'clock at night, right? Let's go out and do this. All right, let's go to the blast zone. Let's do whatever we got to do.
Yep.
Right? It was always spontaneous.
Put
your fucking nose in this. It was always spontaneous.
Right.
And
I think that's what makes this show.
What this show is spontaneous.
And when I started this show, that's what it was. It was me and Mike. Let's take our garage bullshit, funny garage conversations and put them on a recording and put them out there as a podcast for people.
Nobody wants a fucking itinerary.
Right. So that's what's not that I disagree with you. And I'm willing to try it.
Am I just a fucking character to you?
Is
that all I am?
No.
You're a fan favorite.
That's what I fucking feel like. I'm just a fucking character.
You may feel like that, but I'm being truthful. I'm trying to answer your question. You asked me a question and I answer and you fucking shush me. I don't know what to tell you.
He's still angry about the car.
I'm trying to his attitude. So he needs food.
I need a cigarette.
I could use food too and a cigarette.
It's a Paisano's pizza.
Yeah.
I try to take your opinion seriously and do things for you because
I don't think you do.
It may not seem like that because the show was started a certain way, and I try to follow that.
I'm just fucking here, and I'm just a fucking character.
Like this, like what we're having right now.
Fucking wear my bent up hat and sunglasses and fucking overalls ever fucking again for you.
You're the Bubbles of the show.
Yeah.
How's that make you feel?
No, but listen, like Trailer Park Boys.
Jesus Christ.
Bubbles was never in the show to begin with.
But I'll tell you what, everybody makes fun of Bubbles,
right?
But that's why people watch that fucking show.
Watch Bubbles. He came in the show.
Not necessarily a bad thing. It may come off at first like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm gonna you were the
face.
What is going on, dude? Are you having emotional?
Holy gun control?
Yeah, where's my articles? Are you having emotional issues with your marriage?
I'm done fucking around.
All right. Well, let's end the show. Is there anything we want to say about more shows or anything?
We got big things coming.
Yeah.
Big things.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
I really think we need to go to Florida and do a show.
I think tomorrow, since we didn't do it today, tomorrow we should take a ride around and get a couple of beers places and talk to some people.
I gotta fix a fucking car.
Well, all right, I'll do it then. I'll do both. I'll fucking do everything. I'll do everything then. Fuck.
Jesus Christ. No, we can.
Are we going down to Dave's for bonfire tomorrow? Or is Dave coming out or something? I don't know. I'm assuming he's going to go hang out with his father because he's home to see his family.
Yeah, we can figure things out.
Okay.
Let's just go down for a little while.
I thank you guys for inviting me on the show.
Yeah, no problem.
It's not my show.
I actually had a lot.
Show.
I think it went really. I think you did really good.
This is just Wes's show, not mine.
It's just
I'm
like
just here.
Oh, here we go. This is why Mike left. I think this is in the back of my head. This makes me wonder why Mike left because he thought
I'm Bubbles.
There's nothing wrong with that. Bubbles is the star of the show.
Bubbles is literally the reason I watched Trailer Park Boys.
It was a compliment. Yeah.
I don't want it to be my show, anyways.
Why?
I'm a very simple person.
You can fucking do it then.
No,
you have the fucking show.
I'm not fucking doing it.
Here comes the self-esteem.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fuck
Number
someone
7,
else now.
He did a cheat.
I'm gonna go fuck someone else now.
All right, guys, it's been episode 43, and I guess the next time, well, no, we're gonna do a show. We're going to record a show before we do the pizza shop.
I would like to do a little shout out to fucking Stacy from the koozies. They're all done, ready to go, and they look fucking phenomenal.
They do look good. Thank you for that. Really appreciate the help out with that. And from here, I guess we can only go up with her and help. Maybe we'll come up with some new ideas.
In, out.
Or
who knows? Sky's the limit.
We can't. What are you doing, dude? I like Ian.
So do I. He's my best friend from fucking high school.
Well, so you can. I can't.
Around.
I got to be careful. You're getting me involved in shit. You fucker then. I can't fucking. All right, guys. That's it. I'll see you later.
Hey,
Hey,